Oh, geez. All right. No one was here. I click on live. We got Uncle John. We got the crazy Scotsman. So it's Monday night. I had to shut the Dylan down. I was loading 9 for the Sun and had to shut her down. And then we had drama. We had drama in the basement. And my son just came out and said, I hear chirping. There's like a bird in the basement here somewhere. There's something chirping. And I said, open the window blinds to the window over here. And I have a cover on it for snow, getting ready for winter. And, it's a corrugated cover. And there's a pack rat in the window squeaking. And I like pack rat. I like them, but my son doesn't. To me, they look like guinea pigs. They don't look like regular rats. They got big ears, big round ears, and a flat tail, flat furry tail. Anyway, he hates them. I said, well, I got a TX22 suppress laying on the reloading shelf, or reloading room right now. You can go pop them. And he wanted to do that. I said, no, I'm doing a live chat. Let's do it later. The other option was to put a stick of wood and let him climb up and get out of the, because it's like halfway in the, anyway. Hubby's Hobos here. Let me paste these. Hey, it's good to see someone here. I thought I'd be rambling for 5 minutes and I'm out. As a matter of fact, I got 3 cigarettes. And unless I roll some more, this chat is over. Good to see you guys. So anyway, we got a pack rat in the window crevice thingy. And I guess he's stuck, can't climb up. And I said the other option, put a stick, let him climb up. Son's like, no, it's just going to cause trouble. He's going to nest in one of our engines. Not engine blood engines, regular engines. Anyway, I like them because they don't look like rats at all. And they build an igloo nest. So they'll build a nest that looks like an igloo and they'll put little pieces of cactus and flowers in the nest. And that's what they do. And they like places like that where they can be safe. Oh my God. Okay, hang on, Scotsman. Scotsman's here. West Covina Dodge is here. All right, cat. Here we go. Scotsman, improvise Monday night.
5 minutes, my ass.
Hey, I got 3 smokes. Otherwise, I got to bring my smoke reloader down here and roll smoke.
Well, you better go grab it because it's going to be more than 5 minutes.
No. Anyway, I just got a wild hair. John texted me and said, "Hey, have you seen the moon tonight? I guess it's some kind of special moon. What is it, John? Say it in the side." And I said, well, right now it's in the backyard, and then it'll be in the front yard when I take a piss in the middle of the night, and it'll sunset there. And so I go out in the backyard. Yeah, it's a beautiful, round, perfect, bright moon. What do you call it, John? Anyway, I looked in the backyard for you, John. How's it going, Scotsman?
It's going, man. Not too bad. Easy, fairly easy day at work for the most part, so not too bad.
I'm surprised people came on. I just posted this thing. I got it wrong. It originally was a day later, and I had to adjust. All right. So
did you look up the document?
No, you
son of a bitch.
No, I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it, but then I had to research vacuums, and that
Dude,
was.
I'm using your own phrase on you, son of a bitch.
I know. I will. I promise I will. He's talking about flat Earth and the documents from NASA. Was it?
So NASA released documents quite a while ago. And if you actually go look it up and read it and understand it, it's basically telling you that the Earth is flat. And they're telling you that there is no fucking curvature. And they're telling you we never went to the fucking moon.
Okay, I'll check it out. I got sidetracked. I got into a rabbit hole with cordless vacuum cleaners because it's so much easier to do the basement and everything, and that's a rabbit hole in itself. So I picked the top two and I bought one tonight.
So what's all this with the cordless vacuums?
I don't like having an umbilical cord on a vacuum.
Okay, but how did it come up that you went into the dumpster hole of trying to find a cordless vacuum?
Because I'm looking around my reloading room and the basement, and I'm like, son of a bitch, I hate plugging into the wall and doing this crap. It's so much easier with a battery-powered stick vac.
Okay, so my question to you is, do you have Milwaukee tools?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you have Milwaukee tools, go look up for the Milwaukee cordless vacuum.
Yeah, but that wasn't even on the top 5 list. That's
kind of surprising.
I know. Well, my son's going to convert an old Dyson I got from my mom, and that battery craps out real quick. It's called the Animal, believe it or not. And he says, I can hook a Milwaukee up to that thing. And I'm like, that's great. I'll use that for, high areas and stuff. It's really lightweight and do that. But yeah, I need a serious freaking battery operated, vacuum. I'm sick of it. We got stairways galore. We got basement hard, floors here. And I'm
I'm a big fan of a cordless vacuum too. The house I'm in, all the sockets are in really fucking weird places, and it's just a pain in the ass. And it's much easier with a cordless vacuum.
Even with sockets galore, I got sockets galore. I hate plugging in. I'm tired of the cord. I'm done. I mean,
there's sockets galore in this place. The problem is where they're all positioned.
Yeah.
And so you end up getting trapped under doors and all this other bullshit, and it's so much easier to just have a cordless vacuum.
I know, but then I got into the rabbit hole. I thought, well, this will be an easy research, the best ones, blah, blah, blah. No, it was a rabbit hole. So,
no, William, I've seen some that stand up on their own.
No, I'm talking about ratings and
No. Yeah, William made a comment saying he doesn't like them because they don't stand up on their own. I've seen some that stand up on their own.
No, both. Yeah, they'll stand up, and then some have docking stations. One even has a docking station. When you set it on the station, not only does it charge, it sucks the gunk out of the vacuum and puts it in a bin, which has its own suction and filters. And I thought that was great. Yeah, so they've come.
How many stars did that one get, and what's it called?
Well, we got Rullis here. Okay, I came down after all the videos and all the top choices and all that. I came down to the Dyson and the newest Shark. And Shark to me is a brand that you see on made for TV type deal. However, the latest
they're hit and miss.
Well, the latest one is super good because they're going after Dyson this time.
I've seen some Shark ones that are really good, and then I've seen some that are absolute dog shit.
No. The latest Shark is going after Dyson big time. They actually have 5 better features than Dyson does. And what's that one called? I got them in my. I got them saved on my. Okay, they're both called the Direct. Direct. Yeah, they're both called Direct because now they have all this technology that can sense how much it has to use for power, and it's got lights that show you everything while you're using it and all this crap. Anyway, those were the top two, and the Shark is like half the price as the Dyson, of course, because Dyson is overpriced, overrated. However, the Dyson is the top dog that everyone has to fight with, to win. So there you go.
Well, it's just like the rest of the tool world. You look at Milwaukee. Milwaukee
Is the Dyson of power tool.
Milwaukee is definitely overpriced, but Milwaukee is top of the fucking line.
It's the top guy that everyone wants to take down. Yes. And we love Milwaukee. I'm 2 seconds away to grab something with Milwaukee on it. Yeah.
I got an absolute shit ton of Milwaukee, and I asked one of my buddies probably 5 years ago about a particular tool that I needed, and he's like, "Yeah, if you really don't mind spending the money, just go buy Milwaukee and you'll be happy." And I'm like, I just want quality right off the bat. And he's like, "Yeah, just buy Milwaukee." So I bought it, and it was $250, and yeah, I was pretty happy with it, and I've been buying Milwaukee ever since.
Yeah,
I've got a shit ton of Milwaukee at this point.
I was just touching up on Project Farms, which does great reviews, and I was looking up vacuums through him, and then it popped up chainsaws, and it's like, wait, we got the Milwaukee cordless chainsaw. Let's see what he says. Top dog, of course. And we have a bigger blade on ours. We went Wambadine after that. Yeah, and we love that thing. Pat brings up a good point. I've always been a Hoover guy. Our house vacuum plug-in is a Hoover, and you know how much carpet and shit we got, Pat. All right, let alone downstairs with the tile floors, which it's totally different. That's why I'm going stick and cordless. Yeah, Hoovers. Oh man, I love Hoovers, and we bought one when we moved in here. That thing's still kicking ass, but it's plug-in. Don't like plug-in. I'm done. I got to make life easier. I want to go in the loading room and voo, 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 and then take an attachment and suck up some powder and primers. Oh, yes'ns. Anyway, that's where we are. So yes, we bought one tonight, and I'm cheap. I can't pay Dyson prices. I can't pay full Shark prices. So I paid for, they call them not refurbished, renewed. And all the reviews I've seen from these sellers they look like they were open box. There's not a scratch on them. They're brand new. So half the price. So
it's just like, I'm a big fan of, when I buy lowers and uppers, I really like Air Precision for buying those. And if you wait until they have, the scratch and dent shit, there's no scratches or dents on any of the shit. None of it. Literally, every single one I've bought, and I've bought a lot of them over the years. I think I've had one that literally showed up and had a tiny, and I mean a fucking tiny mark on it. All the rest of them have been absolutely perfect. 0 marks.
Yeah, so I searched the reviews and everything. I got the newest Dyson for half the price, and all the reviews are like, damn, this doesn't even look like it was used. And it's from Dyson, and you get a two-year warranty.
All right, hold on. William's out there. He wants to stir the pot.
Stir the pot, suggesting a Phantom Thunder. Don't even say Phantom. They stole the name from my dad. All right. Are you talking about a Phantom vacuum? Because I had one, and it was black and purple, and they stole that from my dad's HEPA filters. That was called the Phantom. It was a negative air machine. It was black and purple, the Phantom. And then I'm like, son of a bitch, someone copies that and comes out with a vacuum. And I bought one. But yeah, the Phantom comes from my dad. That was the name of his negative air machines. And then somebody copied it in a vacuum. And I had that vacuum. I know what you're talking about. I didn't know Phantom was around anymore, though. Talk to me. Is the Phantom still around? That was back, wow, that was like 1995, 2000. Interesting. But yeah, there's a tidbit. My dad was the originator of the name Phantom Sucking Air. Okay. Negative air machine. They just copied it and made a vacuum out of it. A negative air machine sucks and filters your air with HEPA. So it's totally clean, 99.99%. And I wish I would have kept, I used to build those machines for them for a while. And I wish I would have kept one and stuck it in the house. It would make the air totally clean. You have a nuclear fallout. That sucker's gonna filter the air. A gigantic HEPA filters in them. Let's see. We got G23 here on a Monday night. Hey, G23, how's it going in Oregon?
G23. Scroll back up and look at Hobo's comment. You'll like it.
William says, yep, he knows the story. Oh. Yeah, I used to, for a couple of years, I helped him with his negative air machines, and they were the Phantom, purple and black, just like the rip-off guys, whoever came up with the vacuum, they just ripped him off big time. Negative air so you can smoke filtered air. They were actually made for asbestos contractors. So it purified, and also nuclear. So it purified the air. So it was nuclear and asbestos. Yeah.
I mean, if it's nuclear, it's got to suck really good, right?
Yeah, well, you need a good HEPA filter to get, nuclear will even suck through a HEPA, but HEPA's a good HEPA filter is 99.9%. And man, we build a ton of them. I wish I kept one for the house here. It would have been awesome just for survival, whatever. Go in the bunker, put on the negative air machine, have a little food, and watch everyone else. No, never mind. All right.
It's coming, so you might as well, you can build one.
I can build one. Yeah, I could do it simpler. I just have an on and off switch. He had full LED and everything on his machines. You got to seal every caster hole, everything, so it's airtight. Yeah. The filters, getting the filters would be a bitch that size because we're talking huge machines. Okay. So it's a gigantic filter.
Right. Well, the thing of it is you reinvent it, make your own, and you call it son of a bitch. Because it's a son of a bitch to get the filters.
Yeah, I'd have to find the right size filter. They were thick and they were big. After that, all I'd have to use is like a furnace squirrel cage air filter. And then the components and just an on-off switch is good for me. Gunswatter is here. Hey, Gunswatter.
And it'll be perfect when you flip the switch and it doesn't work, and then you go, son of a bitch.
No, the switch will work. I got the switch now. The switch is on my cat. So I went to a switch on the cat for testing my feet per second. How come I can't think of the name now? Anyway. Yeah, I'll just put a switch on it. Crawl in the bunker, sip on some, canned food, and wait it out and see who's left. Mm, so bad, bad. Yeah, my chronograph, I had to put a switch on it because I broke the switch.
Oh, I got a different chronograph now.
There we go.
I haven't I haven't used it yet, but I have a different chronograph now.
Did you try the radar ones?
I've tried a couple different ones. I had the Caldwell, and then the Caldwell kind of messed up, and then Alan actually bought me one of the Pro Chronos with the Bluetooth. And I never actually got to use it.
Yeah, that's
Because when he bought it for me, it was right before my back injury and all the rest of it, and so I never had a chance to really use it. And it's only been, the last 6 months or so that I've really been feeling a lot better, getting out and been shooting and stuff. And I came across a decent deal on something, and so I said, you know what, I'm going to pass on the Pro Chrono to Daniel so that Daniel has a chronograph because the Caldwell's not working right, and I knew it wasn't working right.
yeah. They always had sun issues, and their feet per second were always off.
Well, that was
The Pro
it was
Chrono,
off by a lot because the problem was I was out there one day shooting with him, and we were shooting 44 Magnum and 9mm, and it was telling me the same feet per second for both.
yeah,
And there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that's right.
yeah. The Codwells were always iffy, especially how the sun hit them or whatever. The Pro Chrono, have you seen my cat? How many times I got drenched in water, soaked in water, taken apart, let it dry, put it back together. It works.
Yep.
I don't have.
I took the Pro Chrono down to him last month and gave it to him. And I actually picked up a Garmin, so I have the Garmin now.
Yeah, there's the Garmin, and then what's that scope company that came out with one after?
Athlon.
Athlon. Yeah.
And I looked at that one too, but look, here's my thing of it. So when I looked at the both of them in comparison, the thing that really kind of pushed me more towards the Garmin was the fact that Athlon tried to add a whole bunch more shit to it. And you got to think about it. When a company's out there and they literally forced this thing to market so fast, if they're adding all these different features and literally just tossing it up in the market, you're the test subject. I don't want to be a test subject. I want something that's tried and proven. I've been a test subject for Lee. I hate Lee. Lee has really pissed me off beyond belief. Lee can suck my dick and then some. So I went with tried, proven. I know it works. Garmin works. That's what I bought. And yeah, it was worth every freaking penny. I haven't actually got out and used it yet, but I already got a different accessory kit for it, a box for it, the whole 9 yards, and the thing. I've looked at it. I've obviously kind of set it up some, and it looks awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting out and being able to use it. It's starting to cool off a little bit out here, so we'll be getting out shooting here soon.
I think the Garmin is still the smallest, also smaller.
Yeah, the Athlon is a little bit bigger. Not by much, but it's a little bit bigger. The Garmin is still the smallest one. And as far as like what I bought for it, I basically bought a cover for it, so just helps protect it against the weather. And then I also bought a soft case that everything just slips right into. But yeah, no, I'm excited to get out and test that. Like I said, it's starting to get cooler out here, and I've been able to move around more and get out and shoot more. So there'll be some videos and stuff coming here soon. I've been saying it for a while, but I'm definitely feeling a lot better. I'm getting to the point where I can get out and do more. So stuff will be coming soon.
And those are awesome because you don't have to dance with your chronograph and straighten it out, and you're not shooting through it,
Right. So, and that was the big reason that was one of the big reasons I wanted one that was more off to the side and not have to worry about it being downrange, so much.
Yeah, the chronograph dance can be a bitch. Some days I'll put it out in the backyard. Boom, it's perfect with the milk jugs or whatever, or the target.
Yeah.
And then
I shot one of the arms off the Caldwell, and I don't remember what I was shooting, but I shot one of the arms off the Caldwell, and I barely hit it, but I hit it just enough.
Yeah, but what I was saying is sometimes you put it out, it's perfect. Other times you spend 10 minutes dancing with it to get it just right. It's
a pain in the ass. Those things are a pain in the ass.
And then my chrono, the cat there, the top sunshade has a 45 neck in it from shooting uphill. I didn't tilt it right. So I nicked the crap out of that, and I water damaged that thing so many.
And you got Chico that put a hole through one. You got Kyle put a hole through one. And I know there's others, but I just shot the arm off. I didn't put a hole in one. I shot the arm off.
It's much easier to take these new ones and have it just to the side on the bench, and they never get harmed. Yeah, you can shoot.
Right. Well, and I had looked at the one that Jamie has too. What is that? The orange one. The orange. What's the orange one called again?
Oh, the Pro Radar.
The Lab Radar. The Lab
Radar. Yeah.
I'd looked at the Lab Radar. I'd looked at that a few years back, actually, and
they're glitchy.
Everything. Well, that's one of the things that I saw. They were super glitchy, and
yeah,
depending on what kind of stand you have for it, it's not always going to work the best. And then when I was out in Georgia back in April and hanging out with Jamie. We went to the range, and he wanted to set it up, and I had to punch a whole bunch of different buttons and a whole lot of shit to get it to actually start to register. And then once it started registering, it was working great. But again, it all really kind of depends on the type of stand you have it on, the surface you have it on, how far from the gun. There's so many different factors that come into play with it, and like you said, it's kind of glitchy, and there was a few times there where he was shooting and he'd get a bunch of rounds down range that were super close together as far as group breaking goes, and then boom, he'd get one that was way out of bounds, and it just throws everything off. And yeah, it technically it can happen, but for the most part, typically your stretch isn't as big as that stretch was. That stretch was huge.
And they were large. They were the first ones to be like that kind.
Right. Yep. And they're very big. They're about they're about a foot high and probably about 10 inches wide.
Yeah, but you have to give it to them to be the first kind of radar type deal. And then we got smaller and smaller. So
right.
Garmin, and now you have the other, and someone else is going to come out soon, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. I will say, though, honestly, for those out there that are considering one and you want to get one of the smaller ones, just go with the Garmin. When I looked at the Athlon, I looked at a lot of different videos. First of all, I looked at the one that came right from them direct. I looked at some of the reviews that were coming out about it from some of the people that had already got one. But I looked at a lot of the features, and like I said, they added a lot of stuff to it. And again, you're going to end up being a test subject, and I don't want to be a test subject. I want to make sure I'm buying something. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I want to make sure that it's doing what I want it to do. I don't want to sit there and be a test subject and hope it works.
Well, I hope my cat lasts until they come down to $150, and then I'll buy, when the cat craps out. But the cat already has 8 lives, so.
Right. No, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just saw it on sale and had the opportunity, and I said, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna buy it and be done with it. And so that's what I did. And you know, you can find them on sale. You just gotta pay attention and keep your eyes open. But yeah, when you find it, just go ahead and buy it, man. If you can afford it, go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, G23, you don't want it attached to the barrel because it affects your harmonics, just like that other one that was out there.
You know, there's already one out there attached to the barrel. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, that affects your harmonics, though.
But it's going to affect a lot of different things, including harmonics. Yep.
Yep. So keep it on the bench. I mean, these new Wonder
And
devices out there are awesome.
The problem with the ones that are attached to the barrel also is you're getting more of it muzzle velocity itself right from the muzzle versus what you're seeing that potentially is what you're actually looking for.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping my cat, the Pro Chrono, lasts another 3 years until they come down to about $150. And then maybe I'll bite because I'm tired of dancing and getting it straight.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it's probably gonna be a while before they come down to 150 because that Garmin's been out. That Garmin's been out for what, 5 years?
Yeah, but you know, computers, they're better and cheaper every day. You know,
they are, but that price hasn't changed in 5 years.
Well, I'm hoping the cat lasts as long. Whatever. I like the cat. You know, I'm not parting with the cat.
No, dude. You know what? Hey, when the Caldwell worked, and you know, yeah. I sincerely hope that the Pro Chrono works great for Daniel.
Oh, it will. My Pro Chrono is the cat, and that thing has been through everything except for shooting it right down the middle of the guts. And they'll replace the gut parts, for a small charge.
Right.
But luckily, I've never hit it through the middle. I always aim higher, you know.
Right. No, and one of the other reasons that I went and said I want to get something different and have one more off to the side and not particularly downrange is I want to look at doing some more heavy 44 Magnums and stuff like that too. So when you start to load heavy, you really got to pay attention because it's not necessarily always going to go where you want it to go right off the rip. So when you have a chrono downrange, you could potentially be causing a lot of damage.
And you got to fuss with your distance. If you're too close, it won't read right. So you got to be 10 feet away, 15, whatever. Tread is here. Hey, Tread. But the beauty of these new Wambadyne devices is you can shoot shotgun and not worry about hitting a wad right in the middle of your chrono. And
right.
That's awesome because I shoot a lot of shotgun. So it's like, damn. Yeah,
and they're awesome, man. They are awesome. Like I said, I've seen the Garmin in action before, and that's why I really went with that more so than the Athlon. You know, like I said, the Athlon's got a lot of extra shit added onto it, and it just didn't make sense to me. So Garmin made more sense.
There's going to be some Chinese knockoff that comes out sooner or later, and
you guaranteed. Guaranteed.
We'll see how that one goes. It's like these red dots out there, you know. We'll see how that.
There are so many fucking red dots. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Oh my.
And all these channels, man. They get them all for free, and they fucking review them and go, "Oh, this is the best thing since sliced fucking bread."
My son just bought another Holosun. It's pretty neat. It's pretty damn cool. He used Cabela bucks, so he didn't have to pay for it. And that thing's pretty cool. It's a circle dot, or you can pick whatever you want. And Holosun. I haven't had a single Holosun crap out, and we got tons of Holosun. So that's my cheap red dot is Holosun. I don't go cheaper unless it's on a 22 or something stupid.
Yeah, Holosun really ain't cheap, but Holosun would be about as cheap as I go.
Well, you can get them right now for $159. You know, the pistol ones, the regular circle ones you can get for $100. And he got a little pistol one that's going on an AK, and it's got a lot of nice features. Of course, shake awake at 50,000 hours and all that. But you have these apertures you can pick out, and it's pistol size. But he's putting it on his AK that he's a modification right now. He's doing lots of mods to that little bugger.
G says you're waiting for the TMU version.
TMU? Oh, I haven't even, yeah, I don't know much about TMU, but yeah. I really haven't, I'm not like.
All I've ever heard about that entire website is 99.9% of it's fucking scam.
Yeah. Chinese 3-pack red dot. Anyway, I got to get in. I got to plug in. Oh, all right. That's cigarette number 1 out of 3. Before the chat ends, the live chat has ended. Ran out of tobacco.
We're 36 minutes in, folks, in a 5-minute chat.
I gotta show this taper thing my son found. It's really old school. It's kind of like this, I don't know, a machine labeler thing. I don't know. I just walked by it.
Well, you're probably gonna have to get rid of your background because otherwise you're not gonna be able to show it.
No, yeah, I can't show it, but it's on the table over there. It's like this big cast iron labeler thingy, a machine thing. I don't know, thrift store. He couldn't.
So I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather a light green, a dark green, or a purple?
On what?
Just answer the question: light green, dark green, or purple?
Light green, dark green, or purple? I don't know what you're talking about. I guess I would pick dark green.
Okay.
No, don't send me nothing. That's for damn sure.
Shut up.
Nope. I don't want anyone sending me any more
stuff.
No, bad. No,
bad. No, nothing. Shut up.
All right. If it's a sticker, I'm fine with that. If it only costs you like $1 to send it, that's fine.
It didn't. Okay. Number one, it hasn't cost me anything.
Okay.
And number two, I have a shitload of it because they were going to throw it out. And I said, hell the fuck no, you ain't throwing that out. I'll take that home. And I'm sharing it with some people. And that's why I'm asking you the fucking color you want.
Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm guessing dark green, I guess.
Okay. I will get you some dark green.
It didn't have piss yellow, huh?
well, the light green is supposedly a mixture of like piss yellow and green. So I don't know. Maybe you want the light green.
Well, yeah, maybe go light green. I ate asparagus and it works. All right.
All right, we'll do light green.
All right, light green. Whatever you have the most of, it doesn't matter. But don't.
Oh, I got a shit ton of all of it. Like, sir, dude. All right.
Don't spend more than $1 shipping. Otherwise, don't send it.
Oh, it's gonna be way more than $1, but I'm not worried about that.
The post office is freaking pirates now. Everyone's pirating us.
Oh, dude, it doesn't matter where you go. They're raping you left, right, and center for shipping. But yeah, no, it'll be way more than $1, but I'm not worried about that.
Actually, Tin Man mentioned Pirate. What was the name of that place? You do Pirate. What was it? Pirate Ship. It's called Pirate Ship, and it's way cheaper, and it'll still send it FedEx, whatever. But you go through Pirate Ship. That's what Tin Man said. I haven't tried it yet. And you save huge bucks. And I like the name, Pirate Ship.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, they're pirating the shipping. There we go. Everyone out there, if you need to ship something, try Pirate Ship. I haven't tried it yet. But
yeah, I mean, if it's cheaper than the standard USPS, then yeah, I'll definitely look at that.
they use the same companies. They just find a cheaper way to do it. It's kind of like if you're getting hotels, you get a discount if you go online type deal. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll look at that.
Pirateship.com. Thank you, Tread. There it is again. We'll do it one more time.
So long as they're not asking me what's inside, I'm good.
Yeah, because Tin Man has sent out some stuff, and I'm like, how in the hell was that $2? And he found this was before Pirate Ship. Now he found Pirate Ship for bigger packages. Yeah, instead of the envelopes, the padded envelopes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be it'll be a hefty package, so we'll definitely look at that.
Yeah, UPS and FedEx suck, especially when they change drivers when it snows here. They have no clue where we live. They have no idea where we live. So some neighbor gets our package. Oh my God.
Well, USPS sucks out here because they've been better the last probably month, but for the last pretty much year and a half, they keep leaving my fucking mailbox open. They fucking put the mail in and leave it fucking open.
Okay, I was talking about the others. USPS, the post office. We just go to the post office, so that's okay. They don't deliver. We don't have a mailman, so we just go pick it up. That's okay. That's pretty safe because it's at the post office. Go flat rate. Yeah, but the flat rate's getting more and more money now. And now they're confusing. Some are flat, some care about weight and some don't. I got confused with a bunch of boxes I brought home and had to rebox. I was in the last chat, I think. Yes, they need to keep it simple, stupid. Anyway, I'm going to try Pirate Ship, see if they.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely look at it. Actually, I'm going to type it in now so I don't forget. That way I got it.
Mm-hmm. Here it is right now. If you want to write it down proper.
Oh no, I'm just typing in. I already got it.
Okay.
There we go. All right, yeah, I got it pulled up. That way I don't forget.
I love the name. I love whoever invented that. There's always a better mousetrap. So yeah,
I got it pulled up. It says up to 87% off. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I used to be the master of stuffing lead bullets in the smallest flat rate box.
Dude, I've sent some big fucking boxes out over the years.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any problems for probably 4 or 5, maybe even 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And about 2 or 3 years ago, I went to go mail a box out, and the actual postmaster came out and said, "No, we're not shipping that." And I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean you're not shipping that?" And they're like, "Well, the edges are puffing up just a little bit." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? It's a flat rate box. They're never going to fucking seal up exactly the way they're supposed to seal up. And you're telling me you're not going to ship it." And they fucking told me straight up they wouldn't ship it.
Ah, jeez.
That was the first time I'd ever had a problem with the post office as far as shipping something. Because I've shipped some fucking big motherfucking boxes. And I mean big boxes.
Yeah.
Fuck, hell, last year I sent a box that was almost 60 pounds. And, I've sent some big fucking boxes out over the years. But, yeah, it's just been crazy. Sometimes you walk in and you just get that one that just goes, "Oh, no, we can't do this," or blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you get that attitude guy that's, yeah. Luckily,
I go down to the one down the street from me, though. And typically I don't go there just because my post office box is in town. So I usually drive to the one in town so I can check my post office box and ship stuff while I'm there.
mm-hmm.
If I go to the guy right down the street, we're in the middle of nowhere, he don't fucking care, man. He just wants the money and ship it. He don't give a shit.
Yeah. Now we usually have nice girls down there at the post office. We had one guy one time, and I didn't like him. He rubbed me the wrong way, but him and my son got along great. But he was like Mr. Hitler on everything. But some reason him and my son got, so I just let the son do it. But now we have these girls, and they're just awesome. Hey, can I pick that up? That thing's 50 pounds. No, I got it. No problem. So, yeah. We have a tiny post office, by the way. It's a little brick building. It's tiny. Mayberry. Let's see. Okay, Tread's saying you do have to make an account. All right. Yeah. Won't deliver to P.O. boxes. UPS sometimes will. They damn will do it in the wintertime. They buckle.
Yeah, I've had them delivered it before. Every now and then they'll say no, but for the most part, I've never really had too many issues with them delivering the PO box.
Well, around here in wintertime, they have two choices. Walk it all the way to the gate because there's no way you're getting up here, or go to the post office. So they buckle for us and go to the post office, usually around noon, so we know that it's there. Yeah.
We've had some pretty big snows out here. Last year wasn't bad. 2 years ago, it was really fucking bad. There was no way in hell I was getting out the driveway. I mean, I couldn't even get out my front door. My front door, it was halfway up my front door.
Yeah.
That's how fucking high the snow was. And I had to call the landlord and be like, hey, dude, you're going to have to get someone out here to fucking plow this shit because there ain't I can't even get out the front fucking door.
I have videos where I'm towing with my truck, a UPS truck that's not even at my gate yet. All right. They tried to get close, and I had to pull them out. They were stuck. Yeah, they know better, and they buckle. They'll go to the post office, or a neighbor in the flatland. Yeah. And just say, hey, just give them a call. And I prefer that because there's no way they're getting up here. And also, I've seen there was one girl, she was a FedEx driver, and I felt so bad for her. It was a heavy package, and I saw her footprints going all the way to my gate, before the driveway. And I pick up the box and I'm looking and I'm like, oh, that poor girl had to walk it to the gate in the deep snow. Oh, I felt bad. But hey, that's your
Dude,
job.
I had some last year where literally it's fucking snowing like a motherfucker. And they put it on the front door porch instead of actually walking 3 feet to the side where there's a covered fucking porch.
Mm-hmm.
And they just leave it there. It's fucking sit in the snow.
Yeah.
These delivery drivers just don't fucking think, man. I mean, literally, it's 3 feet and you can walk around the side and there's a fully covered fucking area.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
Fortunately, over the years that I've been in this house, I've been here probably, 4 years, I think, in this house now. 4.5, something like that. I've only had 1 or 2 packages that were messed up because of the rain or snow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's an adventure here, and all they have to do is keep the same drivers instead of rotating them, so we don't have to explain how to get here. They have no idea. If they just kept the old drivers for at least 2 years, they know the drill. In the deep snow, leave it at the gate. Call us, text us, whatever. No, they have to change the driver, and we got to train them all over again.
Well, the problem is that they just can't keep people.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's part of the problem that we've had out here. As far as the post office and them delivering. I didn't have any problems for the last few years, and it was just this past year that I had a lot of problems with them not closing the fucking box. And it was someone new.
And the best thing is FedEx got smart and did a full-wheel drive truck, which was great until he almost went over our cliff. And you saw that video where he puts
I remember that one. Yeah,
he puts a boulder on the left side so it didn't flip over. And then we had to drag his ass out. But hey, he had the balls to try and come up here, which he shouldn't have done. I haven't plowed yet,
I saw a FedEx truck probably a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, going to work. And I don't know if he cut the turn too sharp or what he did, but a lot of houses out this way, you got a small driveway and you got a ditch on either side.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he cut it too short or too far or what he did, but he was fucking literally up in the ditch and sticking up one way and the other.
Yeah,
and there was no way in hell he was getting out. He was just waiting on a tow driver.
Our driver was fine. I get up in the morning, cup of coffee, I see tracks, and I'm like, who the hell came up here before I plowed? The problem is when he went down, he went too fast. In the last corner where nobody ever goes over, that's where he went. So he was an idiot for going too fast downhill in a four-wheel drive. It was a piece of cake. Tin Man is here. Tin Man, I did the vacuum order tonight. I had two choices, and I went with the same one you have. There we go. And the reason was the cyclonic. So when you're reaching up and you got a full bunch of crap in the cylinder, it doesn't gag. And it had better cyclonic. So it was down to that, Tin Man. So it's on the way. I got the V15 coming. I know Tin Man loves his. All right. Good to see you, Tin Man. Everygunpart.com has High Point kits. Kits? High Point kits? No. Please, God, no. There's High Point kits?
Oh, fuck me.
Are you talking about the carbines or the pistols?
Oh, piss off, Pat. You ain't fucking broke.
I wonder if he's talking probably 3D printing lowers, so it's either the carbine or the pistols. Yeah, man, I went back and forth with my son, and then there was two models, and I'm like, what's the difference? I couldn't find a damn difference other than some LED readouts. So yeah, we bit the bullet. Now I can get the dust off of these ceramic floors down here where I'm talking.
Well, either you or Tin Man shoot me a text of what you got so that I know what you got so I can look it up. Because I got to get a new one because my vacuum's gone to shit too.
And you don't want a plug-in?
I would rather not have a plug-in.
Yeah, I got a refurb off of eBay because I don't think Amazon has such a deal. And Tin Man knew it was a good deal.
Yeah, I got no problem buying off eBay because eBay's got a good warranty. If something happens, they'll refund it no matter what. So.
Yeah, and I went refurbished, 2-year warranty, and most people that replied said it was like brand new. How come it's refurbished? It's brand new. So it's either open box. Some people said, they work for companies. Once the box is open, they have to call it a refurb or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe I get one with scratches. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not paying that kind of money. So yeah.
No, I'm not trying to spend ridiculous amounts of money either. The last one I bought was a Dyson And it lasted for a little while, but it's gone to shit in a handbasket. And I don't want to spend that kind of money again.
Is it the battery or what? Because they got batteries out there.
No. That one was a plug-in. It just has no. It just lost all its suction, dude. It just sucks. And it sucks in the bad way because it don't suck.
Man, I'm on $100 Hoover still since we moved in, and I got tons of carpet. I love Hoovers, but they don't make the cordless. They make one, but it's not with the competition. I was always a Hoover guy, but Hoover is like an old school dying out type deal.
Yeah, Hoover's what I grew up with, man. We actually even back home we had Hoover.
I
And
know.
that was one that we grew up with, that I grew up with, and those things fucking worked like a charm back home for years. Years.
Yeah, Hoovers have always been great old school, built like a tank, Milwaukee type stuff.
Tin Man, yes, I changed the filters. Yes, I did all the shit with it. I cleaned it out. I fucking tore it apart. I've got lots of experience with vacuums and fucking tearing them to pieces and rebuilding them ever since I was a kid, man. Because one of my first retail jobs, the fucking vacuums would always break down constantly, and they were sending them out for the longest time, and it would take forever and a fucking day to get them back. And I told the fucking general manager, I'm like, look, just stop sending these motherfuckers out. Just let me fucking look at them. And I just start fucking ripping the fucking shreds and tear them apart, and clean them up, put them back together, and they'd fucking run fine. So I got plenty of experience tearing vacuums down.
Okay, Pat, is Tread showing what you're talking about? Because if you just need a printed lower, I'm kind of interested now, especially on a 10 millimeter. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh yeah, I told the son, hey, I need a 17 lowered Pete out right now. Anyway, that would be Pat. We're gonna have to talk. You're gonna have to text me, and we're gonna have to talk about what's going on here. Anyway, a Dyson over 20 years, yeah.
This was just so the one that I got wasn't one of the one of the big fuckers. This thing was just a little tiny thing, and yeah, I don't think they put the time and the effort into it versus the bigger ones.
Hobbies, that's funny. Yes, that's old school. Encyclopedias and a Hoover vacuum. Yeah. I still have a Hoover right in the closet. It works great. I just want cordless though, just for like these slick floors and going from carpet to slick, and yeah, it's just so much easier. That's the one in West Covina Dodge says same salesman. I got that, Pat. That's hilarious. And some people don't know where they came from because of the salesman. Oh, oh, the Hoover guy. Anyway, did I say that? Anyway, I got to pee. Keep it going. I got to pee. I'll be right back.
Oh shit! I'm left by myself. What the fuck do we do here? All right, Pat, come on, man. Flat Earth, motherfucker. How's that 10 millimeter lower going to work with a flat Earth? Or in your eyes, a round Earth?
Sorry, I had to pee and turn the microphone off because you could hear me. All right, where are we at? 10 minutes, got to get up at 7:30. Take my neighbor shooting. Hey, there you go. All right. All right, sounds good, Tin Man. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about the CZ Colt thing in Canada. That's terrible. Yeah, I saw that because I keep watching Canadian videos. What's going on? You know, you got to see what's going on with our neighbors there. Yeah, that was bad. Cordlet is great for automobiles. GGW is here. How's it going, GGW?
Hey, look, there he is. What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
Anyway, another neat thing about the cordless is, you know, I already have one, and it's great for cars. Just take half the shaft off and clean your cars out with good suction these days with battery operated vacuum. So
that's another reason that I need it for the truck too. So,
and I don't like a nasty car. I don't leave wrappers in my car. Everything gets put away. Like when I come in and turn my key off, all my garbage goes in the house. Now, that's not true for the rest of the family members here. I look in their cars and I'm like, what the hell? What is this? A dumpster? Dumpster.
well, I used to use the shop vac for the truck, but the problem was at the time was anytime I plug it into the outlet going that was closest to the door going outside, it would trip everything in the house. Well, I got that part fixed, but it's still kind of a pain in the ass to have to take this huge fucking 6-gallon fucking wet dry vac out and fuck around with this, fuck around with that. I'd much rather just have something that's a lot easier to get in there, not have to worry about freaking wires, cables, and all that other bullshit.
Vanessa Kitty is here. Usually, you know, if the car is dusty and everything, the first thing I do is take the air compressor, because we have it right next to the garage door, a big one, crank it up and blow everything off, your dash, everything, and then go to vacuuming or go down to the car wash place. If it's really ugly, vacuum your crap out there, you know. And then touch up at home. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as eating in the truck, the only time I eat in the truck is if I'm going somewhere else, if I'm traveling across the country, and then I'll eat in the truck. But generally, otherwise, I'm not really eating in the truck.
Well, I'll eat and everything, but the garbage goes with me when I go in the house or the burn barrel. You know, if it's paper, it goes right in the burn barrel. I don't like a dirty car. It bugs me. I don't like crap.
Well, it bugs the shit out of me too. And you ain't got a long beard like me, so you gotta understand too. Like there's a lot of hairs in my truck because they constantly fall out. So it was constantly fucking beard hair everywhere.
Well, you need a beard vacuum.
Again, that's why I said, hey man. You got a decent vacuum? Let me fucking know, and I'll look at picking one up because I need one.
I'm starting to believe that Tin Man loves vacuuming because he sure got a kick out of telling me, you know, when I needed advice, and I got the exact model he has now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you look through your loading room; it's spotless.
Well, he just built it though.
Right, but it's still fucking spotless. Dude, I built mine, and within fucking a week, the fucking thing was trashed.
That's not fair, though. We got to watch Tin Man 20 years later, 10 years later, and then we'll see what's going on. He's always cats walking around on his
I
bench.
tell you what he's doing is before he gets on a live stream, he's taking his hands, he's taking everything off the top of the fucking table and fucking just tossing it on the floor, and there, boom. Look how clean my bench is. And then he gets done with the live stream, he puts all the shit right back where it was.
I love this quote. And West Covina Dodge, you know the apron is salmon and white, like a pattern. Yes. All right.
I bet he does have an apron, and I bet you it's one that doesn't cover his ass.
Yeah, he's got the cheeks. He's got the leather chats and cheeks going at the same time. Yeah. Oh, he's still here. Oops. Ooh, I thought he was going to bed. All right.
Mrs. Tin Man requested it specifically so she can slap his ass.
Oh. I don't have an apron, but I enjoy having clean spaces. Yeah, so do I. Until, things went to hell. Yeah.
See, we don't know this, Tin Man, because you've only showed the bench itself. You've never shown the bench and the floor together. How do we know that you're not just pulling all the shit off and then throwing it right back up?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And how do we know it's not like AI generated? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at the shit behind Uncle Jim. How do we know that what you're showing is actual true? It could be some bullshit thrown up, boom, like that on screen.
This is what I love, just popping up on a Monday night and giving each other shit. This is awesome. This is awesome. Oh, I love it. Actually, he was cleaning fence with his girl today. It was hilarious, but it was on private. He was showing me, he did a vacuum thing. That was awesome. His girl's so cute. Yeah, it was funny. It was awesome.
Tin Man, I still have one broken window, man. It's been broken since I got here. I got all new windows for every one but that one. Because I made a deal with the landlord. They replaced all the fucking windows in the house that I would fix that one. And yeah, that was 3 years ago.
Right now, I got a pack rat in the window. I should get my phone out and do a video, but maybe tomorrow.
See, the problem is I looked up places trying to find just the glass itself, and it's almost impossible to find anyone that sells just the fucking glass. Because the actual frame and structure of the window is fine. It's just the piece of glass itself is cracked.
It's funny. I live out in the boonies, and we actually have a little glass company here, and they'll do anything, and they'll do your cars. So your windshields, everything. They obviously order the glass and do your windshields, but they do home glass of any kind. Old antique houses, whatever.
I probably should look at the Amish and see if the Amish have anything.
Do some stained glass, rock it out. Me and my wife, as a hobby, we done stained glass. We still, no, in the move, I got rid of the grinder. I still have the copper tape. And we used to make stained glass together. And it was fun. You cut your glass, you wrap it in the copper tape and solder it together with the lead. And it's fun. It was actually fun. Why did I get rid of all that? I don't know. Where's my smokes? Damn it! Be right back.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to some decorative glass or whatever. I don't care. It's funny. It's like when I first moved in here. When we moved a whole bunch of stuff around, getting stuff in here, he's helped me get shit in here and get set up and all the rest of it. There was no issues with any of it. And then one day I was moving something and I moved it, and I'm like, dude, holy fuck, this window's cracked. And he's like, what happened? I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know. Like it wasn't there before. I have no fucking idea. I haven't smashed it. Like, I'll tell you straight up if I smashed it. Because I did break one in the kitchen. I was trying to take care of a fly, and I hit the window a little too hard, and basically put my hand right through it because I didn't realize it was single pane and not double pane. So then it was we need to replace all the windows, and I mean they all needed replaced anyway because the house let so much cold air in. But I decided to take out a fly, and when I took out the fly, I took out the window, and then it was we need to look at replacing all these windows. And like, I was thinking about that anyway. I'm like, okay, well, let's do that. He's like, I tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Whatever happened to that cracked window, I'm not saying you did it, but you replace that one, I'll replace all the others. Okay.
You got a little aggressive on that fly.
Here's the thing, man. I even held back. I literally held back. I barely touched the fucking window. I barely fucking touched it.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing just fucking shattered.
Last night, we had one of those pesky flat, the really fast flies that are pesky, but this son of a bitch was aggressive. So we're sleeping at night, and it's landing on my face, and I'm trying to swat it and everything. And I told my wife, tomorrow, that guy's going down. And the first cup of coffee, he was down. He was in the kitchen. He got on my arm. I had a fly swatter right here, and he went on my arm, the stupid son of a bitch. I missed. And then I countered, and I swayed, and I and I got him. I didn't break a window, though.
See, I didn't have a fly swatter. I had my fist.
Well, you should have kung fu'd and grabbed it.
Well, I technically didn't even use my fist. I actually used my palm. And, but apparently I put a little too much into it.
That's a true story, though. Last night, it was the most aggressive fly I've ever seen. And I'm like, son of a bitch, this guy's going to die.
You know what? Guns and water. I wasn't even drinking, dude. I was 100% sober. This fucker was just pissing me off in the kitchen while I was trying to cook food, and I fucking went to take his ass up, and boom. Took the window with it. I got the fucking little bitch, though.
I hate the fast ones. I hate those son of a bitches. They're so fast, you can't get them. Oh, I hate them.
I got a couple flying around the house now that are super fucking fast, and I've not been able to get them yet. And they're not the big ones; they're little fucking tiny ones.
I know, they're the tiny fast ones that suck,
and it pisses me off. I got one in the kitchen, and I got one in the bedroom, and I can't get these fuckers yet.
Yeah, the big ones.
I'm not trying to break another fucking window.
But I have never had such an aggressive fly that hated people. And that's what happened last night. And luckily I got him this morning. That was the first. And I told my wife that counts as 2 chores. And she said, good. All right. You get 2 points for that.
Yeah, DGW. I honestly, I probably should have been drinking because I probably would have held back a little bit more. Although maybe not. I may have went even more full bore. Who knows?
I would have liked seeing the look on your face when you broke the window, swatting a fly.
Dude, I barely fucking touched it too. That was the thing. I barely used any fucking power whatsoever. And the fucking thing just shattered. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Tin Man. The flies are a little hard, but the cats, yeah, the cats like the bigger insects. Yeah,
You know, I probably shouldn't be too surprised though that I broke the window, considering that over the years of all my training and all the things I've done, I've literally gone outside and punched fucking trees. So, you know, tapping a window probably is not the best idea for someone like me.
That's pretty fucking funny though.
Oh,
If you,
dude, I was laughing my ass off when it happened. Too. I was pissed, but I was laughing my ass off. Like, seriously, you fucking kidding me right now? I didn't realize there were fucking single pane windows.
yeah, but if you have glazed windows, you can cut a piece yourself and then just get the glaze and a putty knife, and boom, you're done. You know what I'm talking about? They have a beveled.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There was no fixing this window. I mean, it went from one corner to the other corner. It was done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, when I say I shattered it, I fucking shattered it.
Man, I wish we kept our stained glass stuff because I'd make a Uncle Jim stained glass yellow and piss off the wife and put it like, oh, we're gonna put it right there in the kitchen. Oh yeah.
I had to put a board over the window because there was probably about a 3.5, 4-inch gap.
Mm.
That's how much the glass shattered. It literally was that fucking wide.
Mm.
All for a fucking fly, people.
I know. Well, you need one of those fly guns. What do they call it?
The salt guns.
The assault thing. Yeah, I thought about getting.
I've used them in the past.
I thought about
I
getting
didn't have a fly spotter, man, and the fucker was pissing me off. And
we have screen doors and everything, but they still get in. You get groceries, something like that, and you got 3 flies in the kitchen.
oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how well you seal the house. So like when I put in all the new windows, you know, I sealed everything, took care of it. You know, I've done carpentry and windows and all kinds of building stuff over the years for many years since I was a kid. And I put all the windows in. One of my buddies came down from Pennsylvania. He helped me put them all in, and we had it done in probably about, I think it was about 4.5 hours. We had the whole house done as far as what we had with the windows. There were a few windows that were the wrong size because the landlord doesn't know how to fucking measure. But the ones that we had that were right, we got them in. It was about 4.5 hours, something like that. And I got them all sealed and everything else, and everything was great. And it's probably like 6-7 months later. You know, you start seeing bugs flying around and getting in, this, that, the other. And you look, and they literally just fucking chew through everything. Doesn't matter how well you seal it, they chew through all that shit and they come right in. Like in the bathroom, they're in the fucking walls. I got wasps in the wall. And they were hitting me hard there about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. They were hitting me really hard as far as wasps. Every single day I'd walk in there and there'd be at least 1 or 2. And I looked at the top seal, and that top seal, they've literally chewed through the entire top seal and through that entire fucking top edge of the wall. And they're coming in from the outside somewhere and chewing through all that shit. And they're in the fucking wall.
Well, good thing you didn't get your balls stung in the shower.
No, and well, the thing of it is like when I realized they were in the wall, I took the spray and I hit that bitch hard, and I mean I probably hit that thing for a good solid 5 minutes. And And they were still fucking screaming. You know, you could still fucking hear them going off. And then probably a couple days later, it was pretty much silent. But every now and then I still hear a little bit buzz here and there. And then I had another one here, another one there, every now and then. And then this past couple of weeks, it's pretty much been quiet. And we got really hot again here the last couple of weeks. So it actually died down really good as far as heat for a while there. And in the past couple of weeks, it shot right fucking back up. And I was expecting them to be flying around the house like crazy. And I think I had maybe one or two in the past couple of weeks. So not too bad.
Well, side chat's going crazy. They're talking Windows here. Man, we brought up a subject. Yeah, some linseed oil. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Ace does windows? Really? They do single pane windows?
Well, they have glass, I think, and you just cut it. You know, get a glass cutter, tap, snap, cut the size, and then get your glazing. And it depends on what kind of windows your house has.
I mean, that window's old, dude. I mean, that's probably one of the original windows from this house. And this house is from 1890 something. That's the only window that has to be replaced. Everything else is all new windows. So
if I do windows here in the wintertime, we like to open up the back. It warms up the whole house. It's all windows. However, you got to open the shades. I want something I press a button and it goes from shade to straight window. Press a button. I'll pay you that money next time if we ever replace our windows. Then I just hit a remote control and boom, all the sunshine is in. You know what I mean? The kind that shades the window inside the glass. And then, yeah, I would love that. It's such a pain. Every morning in the wintertime, I got to go open all the shades to warm up the house. Because we get sun in the back, it warms up the house in the morning, save on heat.
Well, that was one of the big things that I wanted the windows replaced for, was because I was losing so much fucking heat in this place.
Mm-hmm.
The first year I was here, it was ridiculous. I mean, it was absolutely fucking Baltic freezing in here, even when I had the heat on. And so the second year is when I busted the window. And I was like, dude, I'm not going through another fucking winter like this. You need to fucking replace these windows.
Yes, Vanessa Kitty, I looked into the remote control blinds and that will work. Yeah, you can actually order them. Yeah, that would work. I'm just lazy. It takes 5 minutes, but whatever. Yeah.
Trad, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, it's a big window, dude. I mean, and it's fucking from one corner to the other corner. It's a big crack. I have no clue how it even happened, but.
Well, you can always do the shrink wrap heat gun thing for outside, on the inside, for wintertime only. And then you pull it off every summer, that gives you a 2-pane type deal, you stick on.
No, I mean, I made a deal with my landlord, and my man of my word. I said I'll replace it. I just got to figure out how the fuck to replace it, because I haven't been able to find someone that just does glass.
Oh man, there's got to be somebody. Okay, good night, Pat.
Or if I gotta just replace the entire window, I'll replace the entire window, but I gotta find it cheap enough. I'm not spending the fortune on replacing it.
All right, good night, Pat. Thanks for coming on a Monday night improvised chat.
Night, Pat. Hey, and Pat, I just want you to know before you go, Jim said this is going to be 5 minutes, and we're an hour and 25 minutes in, people. Woo!
Poof! No, I didn't say 5 minutes. I said what? 3 cigarettes?
Three cigarettes in 5 minutes is exactly what you said. 3 cigarettes in 5 minutes.
I should have called it a 3 cigarette chat. I got one more smoke in the garage. And then we gone. Then we gone.
Yeah, I just got to find a place that sells the glass, Tread. That's the issue. I haven't been able to find somewhere around that just sells the glass.
Wow, there's got to be something. I mean, we live in bum shit, and we got a glass company right down the road.
Maybe it's just how I'm looking it up. I don't know. I haven't been able to find somewhere. All it pops up is with all the big box places and all this other shit, and they don't sell just glass. They sell all fucking brand new spanking whole nine. I need just the glass.
Yeah, you don't need the frames and all that stuff. Yeah. Or installed, windows. Yeah. I don't know. Keep Googling. You find something. Or not Google, whatever you use.
I'll check Ace Hardware, and I'll ask the Amish out here too, because there's a lot of Amish out here.
The Amish will know. They could probably just flip them a bill and say, hey, Amish dude, fix my window. I'm sure you get 10 of them come over.
No, and that's what I'm saying. There's plenty of Amish out here, so I'll ask one of them and see if they know.
Hell, they'll build a shed while you're at it. Yeah.
I do need a new shed, so there's a good possibility, get them to hook me up with that shit too.
Hell yeah, I wish I had Amish around here. I'd definitely have a big storage shed right now.
Yeah, the shed that's out there right now is an absolute fucking disaster, and I mean, so one of the biggest issues I've had with this property, other than the house itself, being as old as it is, and all the issues as far as walls, insulation, and other shit. Outside is the ground itself is just so up and fucking down and all over the fucking place. So you go out there to mow, and unless you have a really good fucking mower, you're gonna have a hard time. And for the first few years being here, I had a really hard time with the mower that was here. And finally, this past year, the landlord got another mower, and it's been better. But like the shed's a fucking disaster. That whole thing needs to just be tore down and rebuilt.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was my property, I would do it. But I'm not gonna do it, when it's not my property. Because that's a lot of time, that's a lot of money, a lot of investment, and I'm not doing it when it's not my property. Yeah. I've talked to him about it before, because I told him I'd do it if he wanted it. And he's not willing to pay the price it's going to cost. Just like with the kitchen needs all new cabinets, and all that shit. And I told him before, he's like, hey, you got two options. You can either replace all the cabinets, or I can completely refinish everything, and we'll work a deal out one way or the other. And he still hasn't got back to me as to whether he wants to replace them all or let me just refinish them all.
And what's wrong with the mower? Uneven ground or what? What's the problem?
Well, yeah, the ground's so uneven. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you go on the property, and it's not a big property. But if I go out the back door, I got 50 yards out the back door to shoot. So, and that's from the back door. If I was to stand at the front of the yard, I probably got about 75. But the problem is it's so uneven and you got so many dips and all the rest of it through the entire fucking yard. It's such a pain in the ass to cut.
Well, he could have some dirt brought in and leveled out, so it's level at least.
Well, the one of the biggest issues out here, and I get where you're going, but one of the biggest issues out here is when it fucking pours, and the ground just fucking eats it up, and it does not do well. And literally, it just sits on the fucking surface, and it's a. You can walk if I walk out the side door, it literally will be a fucking swimming pool sitting in my side yard.
Okay.
It's horrible, absolutely fucking horrible. No, Tread, it's not an operator error with the mower, dude. The fucking yard is a fucking disaster.
No, I know what uneven ground is. Yes,
it's a disaster, dude. Yeah, I shit you not, man. It's bad. There's so many ups and downs and tips and curves and all the rest of it.
I've had a few backyards like that. Yeah, not good. No.
Trust me, I've been mowing yards for many, many fucking years. It's not an operator problem. It's a fucking yard issue.
I remember our first house. My wife's brother said, "What's he got you doing now?" And my wife looks at him. He goes, "No, he's been doing it, and I'm filling in all these uneven patches with dirt." And he thought I was making her do it. What? Anyway, she goes, "No, Jim's been doing it. What are you talking about?" I never got that. He was a city boy. No, he wasn't a city boy, but he was a businessman after that. Yeah. He didn't grow up.
It's just like it's just like my driveway. My driveway. So this past year, actually, finally, after fucking almost 4.5 years of bitching, he actually went ahead and bought stone and put stone in the driveway and actually gave me a proper driveway. The problem is he didn't buy enough stone, and after about 3.5, 4 months of having it, it's back to basically what it was before. And as you're backing in, you fucking dip this way, you dip that way, you dip this way, you dip that way, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's. We probably need at least another, in order to actually get it flat and proper, you're probably looking at least another probably 3 ton.
William AstroTurf everything. And then put a golf course back there. Yeah, a golf green. Yeah.
Dude, I would put a golf green back there if I could.
I don't know. You got a fence? Can a truck just pull up and dump some stuff and level that son of a bitch?
I mean, they're gonna have a hard time getting in and try to dump it and level it. I mean, it's when the guy showed up to do the stone. I mean, he had a hard time because there's all kinds of cables up above coming across the house, and he had a hard time trying to dump that. That's the problem. You know, it's there's all kinds of shit around the place that just gets in the way.
Heesay is here. Hey, Heesay, what's up? I didn't call you Saw tonight, so there you go.
Hey, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
Thinking about you, Heesay. Been thinking about you. And John just calls you he. Okay. He is easier. Yeah. He. Wait. You guys are going fast now. Okay. He say
the rift blue so the space lasers don't get you. Well, here's the thing there, Hobo. Space is a lie, so those lasers ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, he says still needs to come on a live chat. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna nag him.
He does. He really does.
I'm gonna nag the crap out of Heisei until he comes on a live chat. He doesn't have to come on. He can be like you right now with the logo. All right.
I'm sitting in the dark. That's why I don't have the screen on. I'm sitting in the dark right now.
Yeah. So you don't have to, be live here when I have what's his name here and the champion here. You can just do a logo. All right.
Yeah, we need him on. We need GGW on and a few others, man.
Yeah, I know. And you don't have to show your face. I got Joe Rogan and I got Dvalishvili right here, the champion that kicked ass the other night. Oh, yes. I love that. He's called the Machine. If you guys don't know, you know who Joe Rogan is. But there's the Machine right there. He'll wear your ass out. He's called the Machine for a reason. Anyway, retained his belt. Loved that. And now he's got nobody. He went through everybody. He's got no one to fight unless he goes up in weight. He's got no one. He's the Machine. No one wants to touch that Machine because he'll chew your ass. Joe who? Yeah, I know. Joe who. I guess he's a podcaster now. Yeah, whatever.
Conspiracy theorist number one.
Yeah, hey, does Joe Rogan believe?
Well. I mean, next to me, because I'm probably top of the list.
Does Joe Rogan believe in flat Earth or not?
He does. He actually does.
There you go.
He actually does. So yeah, there you go. Boom. One of the people that you like actually believes, just like I'm telling you.
Well, look at him, man. The guy still works out. Look at him. Look at Joe Rogan over here. He is beefy as frick. He's built like a
he still fights too, man. He just doesn't fight in the ring. He still fights though.
He's built like a shit brick house. When I saw that interview, this weekend when he interviewed Marav here, I was like, damn, that guy, he's going to explode out of his shirt. Yeah, and he's got to be getting old. How old is Joe Rogan?
Oh, he's up there. Fuck, I don't remember what his age is now.
He's got to be on steroids because you lose your testosterone when you get my age.
Well, not necessarily true. It all depends on what you're eating.
No, you lose it. It's just
No. That I'm telling you, dude. If you eat the right kind of diet, and you can sit there and go, "Oh, it's a fucking fad," and this, that, and the other bullshit all you want. If you eat the right diet, no, you will not lose your testosterone like you say.
Age, it's a proven fact. With age, you lose testosterone when you're
with age, things happen, but you can still maintain certain things if you eat the right way.
Yeah, steroids. Like Joe Rogan.
Right. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Steroids like Joe Rogan.
Steroids are not necessary.
You wait a few years, you get age spots, and you're like, what the hell is going on? I'm deteriorating over here.
Dude, I'm already deteriorating over here.
Go eat pig balls. What the hell? No, never.
But I'm deteriorating for other fucking reasons, not because of what I eat.
No, it's a fact. When you get older, you lose your testosterone.
Right. But if you are eating the correct way and you're eating certain things and you eat enough, you can still maintain a certain good amount level, and you don't have to worry about that.
You can eat all the meat you want, but it doesn't have testosterone, which is naturally.
There's other things. It's not just meat. There's other things that you still have to eat. And no, it's not fucking roids. There are other things you have to eat in order to help increase the levels and keep the levels up there.
I know, but when you're a teenager and you're indestructible and there's nothing that could kill you, it's different when you get older. You don't have that same shit in your body where nothing could break you. You know, when I was a teenager, there was nothing. You know, everything, you know, it was full bore. Nowadays, where's my
No, again, I said this on the chat Saturday. Dude, I get it. Everything scars now. Everything fucking bruises. I get it. I'm trying to explain to you though, but when you eat the right way and you pay attention, you actually eat a lot of different things and you eat certain things and you eat the right way, you can still maintain good energy levels, good testosterone levels. Are you still gonna end up having certain things happen to you just because of age? Yeah, you are. Fuck it, it's age. Shit happens, man.
if you're talking natural, going natural, you can only do so much. And I don't care what culture, you know, what country, culture. When you get a certain age, you just start going down, down, down.
I'm gonna disagree with you, man, because there's plenty of evidence out there, and there's plenty of people out there that show otherwise.
Well, there's some people in Japan, but they're skinnier than crap. I'm not, you know, they're not.
No, I'm talking about people
you know, like these two guys right here.
I'm talking about people that are in their going almost into their 60s that are fucking ripped, and no, they're not in fucking steroids. They're just eating the right way.
All right, GGW wants to know, what are you eating to accomplish this?
So, according to Jim, it's a fad diet.
Oh, no.
No. According to you, it's a fad diet.
No, it's a recycled diet. They call it
recycled fad diet. That's what you said. You said it was a fad.
Now they call it what? The caveman diet. They had a name.
The carnivore diet.
Carnivore. Okay. All right.
So there's different versions of the carnivore diet. So you can go straight pure carnivore, and pure carnivore is sticking to things that is basically nothing but meat, eggs, and butter, and it's got to be raw butter. You don't want to be eating processed butter. You want raw butter, and things like that. You want everything that is pure as pure can be. You don't want all this processed junk.
Yeah.
And so one of the biggest things that turned me on to this Guns and War, just so you know, and GGW and all that, everyone else that's asking, is when I went home last year, I've had stomach issues since I came to the States. And it happened about 2 years after I got here. I started having all kinds of fucking stomach problems. And the pain was ridiculous. And I was still going to competitions. I was still fighting, doing everything I had to do. And my teacher couldn't believe I was doing it. And I'm just like, dude, I just got to power through. It is what it is. You know, we'll figure it out at some point. And it wasn't until I went home last year. And, you know, me and my brother talked about this diet a little bit back and forth prior. But I got home last year and I started eating those stuff. You know, I just ate what they were eating. And within about 3 days, my entire system changed. I wasn't shitting myself every 5 fucking minutes. And I wasn't feeling constant stomach pain all the time. And I could actually fucking fall asleep. Now, the sleep thing's still a big thing for me because I still suck at sleeping. So that one is just a never-ending thing. But it's been that way since I was a kid, regardless. Sleep's always been a hard thing for me. My mind is a 24/7 fucking rotating ball, never fucking stops. So sleep is kind of relative in that respect because my brain just doesn't know how to shut off. But as far as health-wise and stomach-wise and the rest of it, everything fucking changed when I started eating like that. And when I got back here, I started looking into it more and I started eating that way. And I felt different. I had a lot more energy. I felt better. And it's just ignoring all that processed bullshit, man. Take the processed bullshit out of your life. Take the oils out of your life because it's all crap. And technically, you can have virgin olive oil if you wanted to, but you got to be careful because the problem with virgin olive oil is 99% of it is coming from multiple countries instead of just one source. And that's where you gotta, if you really want to have it, it should be a single source if you're gonna have it. I still would say don't have it because oils are so fucking bad for you. I would rather you went to raw butter, get you some raw fucking butter because raw butter is fucking phenomenal for you. That or beef tallow or something along those lines.
Yep.
You gotta take things that are natural. If you can get you some proper eggs that are off a fucking farm and they're running around, they're not fucking stuck in a cage and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Go get some proper eggs, man. You'll feel the difference.
Oh, they taste better too. They're way more flavorful.
Well, if you take a look at a store egg yolk and you take a look at a farm egg yolk, the farm egg yolk is way different in color. Why is it different in color? Because it's actually out there eating the shit it's supposed to eat.
Yeah. Okay. We have Uncle John says RFK, boom. He's probably taking steroids. Anyway, no. And then he saw us talking about he had a ham sandwich. I've been eating ham for 3 days, just ham and eggs. Yeah. But it's too salty. Too much salt in the ham.
So, I mean, here's one thing that people don't do, and the Hobbyist Hobo kind of brings it up a little bit too. People go to the store, they never look at the ingredients on the package. They just fucking pick shit up and stick it in the cart. And this is one of the big things. I get weird looks all the time because I'm walking to the store and I see something and I'm like, oh, let me look at this. And I pick it up and I look at it, I stand there and I look at the ingredients. And I guarantee you, I can turn around, left, right, and fucking turn backwards, and people are fucking staring at me because I'm looking at the ingredients. What is wrong with looking at the ingredients, people? Fucking wake up and look at the shit they're fucking putting in your body.
Yeah. Well, no, it's good to keep it simple, and I agree with you on our neighbors give us fresh, eggs from chickens running around. Who knows what they eat, but it's way better, yeah. And goose eggs too.
Yep, and goose eggs are another one. There's a couple others too. There's I forget what the really small ones are. What are the really small eggs? They're like blue and yellowish eggs.
Pigeon egg? No. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't. I went brain dead.
Yeah, I forget the name of it. There's another one though, but they're like little blue eggs and yellow eggs and shit like that. But yeah, you go find the natural eggs. Get the ones that are eating off the ground and off the grass and eating bugs and shit, man. Those are the ones that are healthiest for you.
Yeah, and when you have natural eggs versus store-bought, they're all different sizes. Everything's weird. Sometimes you get a double, and they're bright orange.
Yeah, there we go. He says got it. Quail eggs. There you
go. Quail eggs. Quail, that's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, quail eggs. And the other thing too is you really got to pay attention to what's going on because a lot of these eggs that are in the store, again, they're all caged and all the rest of it. You want to go look for organic. You want to look for free range. If you can find a farm local to you, go to a local farm and get them. Hell, there's a dozen around me, and most of them aren't even actual farms. It's just people selling eggs that they have their chickens running around. Just go fucking find someone. There's someone, I guarantee there's someone around you selling eggs that are proper fucking eggs.
Okay, Gunswatter, I know what you're talking about. And we had the hot plates with all the spiders and shit. You cook on the hot plates. This was 60s food for kids. You do your own casting. It was awesome. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember those. I forget the name. Anyway.
Yeah, John, quail eggs are a lot smaller, but yeah, They're still good for you though. Again, the biggest thing of it is in this discussion is try to cut out all the processed shit as much as possible. That's the biggest thing. The processed stuff is what's making you sick.
Yeah, that's true. Keep it simple. Go get yourself some steaks and meat, and I like bison, buffalo.
Bison's phenomenal. If you can afford bison, go get some bison.
Get yourself some bison, man. That's Indian food right there.
I love bison when I can afford it. I love bison, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
One of the best burgers I've ever eaten in my life was a bison burger, and that was back when I lived in Oregon, and that was 2010, I think it was when I had that. Yeah, and that was one of the best burgers I ever fucking ate. It was bison burger.
Bison steaks, everything. Yeah.
I was asked how I wanted it cooked. I looked at the guy and I said, "You tell the chef cook it however he thinks it needs to be cooked, because I trust the chef." And that sucker came out raw, and it was fucking perfect.
Yeah, creepy crawler molds, guys. I remember that from the 60s. We cast our own little snacks there. Yeah. Yeah, bison is awesome. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go get me some bison. Our local place butcher has it. So,
yeah, Uncle John, all the processed stuff is what's killing people, man. You know, when I first came here, I came here in 2005, for those that don't know. But when I first came here, yeah, I didn't have any stomach issues. You know, yeah, I'd had some in the past, and that was something that, you know, they took it out of me, and I was fine after that. And I never had any issues. I was here for about 2 years, and I started having major fucking stomach problems, and no one could figure out what was going on. And it was a good solid another 3 years before I finally came across a nurse, and it was a nurse, not a doctor, a nurse, who suggested that I go get this particular test. And after doing some more research, I agreed with her. I went back to the specialist and I said, "Hey, I want you to do this test." And the specialist looked me straight in the face and said, "No, you're too young for that." And I looked her straight in the face and I said, "Bullshit. I was told I was too young for this, and I was told I was too young for that. I'm pretty sure this is the fucking issue, so test me for it." And the whole reason they were fighting me was because at the time I wasn't working, so I didn't have insurance, I didn't have any money, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they were fighting me back and forth because they didn't want to do it because I didn't have the money to pay for it. Well, they finally agreed and did the test, and sure as shit, the nurse was right. And I had my gallbladder removed.
Oh, jeez.
My gallbladder was at 2%. And a working gallbladder, for those that don't know, what they class as a working gallbladder is a minimum of 10%. And mine was at 2%. And they immediately did emergency surgery. Like, literally, they were like, "Holy shit, we got to get you in now." Boom, 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 blah, blah. Everything changed within a fucking instant as soon as they saw that. And, yeah, they had me in. They whipped that out. And I was fine for about a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started having lots of pain again. The exact same fucking pain.
Mm.
And I went back to the specialist, and they tried to tell me it was scar tissue. And I laughed in their faces, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? You're literally gonna sit here and tell me it's scar tissue? You're fucking so full of shit. It's ridiculous." And so I've dealt with that pain for years, absolutely years. And again, it wasn't until last year I went home and changed how I was eating, and changed this year coming back here how I'm eating, that things have improved. I still get a little pain here and there, but I would say overall, I'm 90% better. And you could probably attribute the other 10% to alcohol. If I cut the alcohol out, it'd probably cut most of it, the other rest of the 10%. But me, I'm Scottish. We drink. So.
You bring up the gallbladder. My dad got his gallbladder removed by a butcher doctor. I mean, a butcher. I don't know when he had it done, 50s, 60s, whatever. He got a hold of a butcher that cut out his gallbladder, and he had a big scar. So whenever he had his shirt off, people ask, what the hell happened to you? You get a bayonet or something? He had this big scar going up his stomach, and he would just say, Korea, bayonet. But yeah, the son of a bitch butcher, it's not like easy incision. He had the worst scar coming up his
right. I've got
it was
I have 4 scars. I have 4 scars, and they're about an inch long apiece.
No, I'm talking this long.
Right. No, I'm just saying. So they did what is it? Microscopic or whatever surgery. And so it was. But I got 4 scars that are about an inch long apiece, in various places on the stomach. But yeah, they cut me up good, dude.
Yeah. Well, my dad's was hideous, and ever since he could stink up a bathroom like no tomorrow.
I'll tell you straight up, dude. If I'm telling you, don't go in there for 30 minutes to an hour. Don't go in there for 30 minutes to an hour.
I'm surprised he lived through it. Looking at his scar, I'm like, how did you survive that? I don't know what butcher you went to.
The funny thing is so when they gave me the dye to do the test, they gave me the dye, right? And you got to drink the dye. And this was like 30 minutes prior to the test itself. So they want at least 30 minutes for the dye to get in your system and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Within about 10 minutes of me drinking that, I was keeled over. I couldn't stand up. I was in pure fucking agony, and they didn't understand what was going on. And I couldn't stand up straight. And all I had done was drink the fucking dye. I had nothing else to eat. Like they said, I hadn't done any drinking or anything prior whatsoever. I just drank the fucking shit they gave me, and I was keeled over, dude. I could not stand up straight. And they ended up having to give me a whole bunch of other shit to fucking null the pain and all the rest of it, and couldn't figure out what was doing to me. So as soon as they got me in there and they did the test, they're like, "Oh, that's why." Yeah, there you go. Arthroscopic surgery. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, they had to. As soon as they got me in, they did the test. They're like, "Oh shit, yeah, we got to get him into surgery right now."
Speaking of surgery, I ran out of my 3rd smoke for the chat. So now I got to go upstairs and roll a couple while we're talking if we want to keep going. If we want to keep going here, it's up to the loading room to load some cigs. Oh, my wife's asleep because it's dark. It's dark up here. So
yeah, he said it's right. Arthroscopic surgery. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. No, but I got other scars in my stomach too from other stomach surgeries. I've had a couple of different things over the years.
I've been pretty lucky in that aspect as far as surgeries. Let me plug in here. Let's find a plug in. Oh, there we go.
Well, right. I had appendicitis when I was younger, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong either. The original doctor I went to, and this was when I was back home. So when I went to my GP, which is a general practitioner for people out in the States that don't know what that is, but my general practitioner, I went to him. He took one look at me. He says, "Get your ass to the ER. You got appendicitis." So I get on the bus and I go to the ER. Get to the ER. They take a blood test. They say I'm fine and try to send me home. And I look him straight in the face and I'm like, I can't stand up straight, and you're telling me I'm fine. I'm like, your blood results are fine. Go home. So a couple more months go by, and I'm literally
no, Leon, no. Sorry.
I'm literally drinking beer, a couple beers a night, just to dull the pain on my stomach. And I'm not going crazy with them, just a couple beers a night to dull the pain. So then I go back to the doctor again a couple months later, and I get the same GP, and he's like, "I told you to go to the fucking ER." Exactly like that. I'm not even kidding. He says, "I told you to go to the fucking ER." And I was like, "I did," and he told me there was nothing wrong. He took a blood test and sent me home. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "No."
All right, going to the single stage reloader, got a roll of smoke with the Top-O-Matic. Old school.
So I go back to the ER again, and they do the same thing. They do another blood test and say I'm fine and send me home. And so again, another couple months go by. I go back to my GP again. He goes, "Dude, I fucking told you." And I'm like, "I fucking told them too, but they won't fucking listen." He's like, "Go again." So I go again. And when I went in that time, they said the same thing to me again. And I looked them straight in the face and I said, "Look, you got two choices." And at this point, I was getting pissed off. I was like, "You got two choices." And they go, "What do you mean we got two choices?" I'm like, "Choice number one, you either actually do some scans and figure out what the fuck's wrong with me, or choice number two is I take the knife out of my pocket and I cut myself open and take it out. Make your choice." Needless to say, they decided that they wanted to do the scans and took me back, figured out what was going on. And then they made the excuse of, well, it was going this way, so we couldn't see it. Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to roll smokes here, but I got to keep Leon away. He's patting at me. He's pawing at me, and no cat hair in the cigarettes, all right? No cat hair in the cigarettes.
Just adds flavor.
No, but he's on the stool next to me, and I'm like, "Get your cat hair. Stay the hell away from me. I like to be sanitary when I roll cigarettes."
Hold on. Uncle John, it took you an hour to make 20?
To make 20 what? I'd lost the side chat here.
I think he's talking about cigarettes. It took him an hour to make 20 cigarettes.
No. I'm using the Top-O-Matic. As soon as you pull the handle, you got to smoke. So I got a fistful of tobacco right here. I dump it in there, do the two hands, and pull the handle. Listen. And we have a cigarette.
Well, the thing of it is, too, he said, you got to remember, back home, it's national health care. And technically, even though we still pay, it's just more so direct out of paychecks versus how it's done here. And you have to have insurance and all the rest of it. We're still paying out of pocket, but it's a little bit different because they're on a flat rate. They're not being paid by the insurance companies. So you get some good doctors, but then you get some really shitty doctors. And the other issue is back home is you get some really long fucking wait times depending on what's going on with you.
Man, he's all cuddly and he wants to be petted, and I can't pet him right now. I got cat hair in the cigarettes. I can't do that. One more. One more, Leon. One more, Leon, and I'll pet you and cuddle you. Okay. All right. What do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, just like that. And
Yeah,
we
see that's why I prefer smoking a pipe, man. So much easier.
no, I tried that. I just like having a smoke. I'm sorry. Anyway, I got enough smokes to chat for hours now. And we have our container there. You probably can't see that. All right. Now I can pet Leon once I get all my clean. When I do cigarettes, it's got to be surgical. I do not want a single hair in my reloader, okay? And again, the Top-O-Matic. Now you guys can't see that. Anyway. All right.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. All right. So I just got to pour the excess away, make a drinky poo, and we could go all night now. Oh, yeah, we can go all night. All right. My son bought me that Top-O-Matic. That was the best thing ever. Old school cigarette loader. That thing works so good. I should do like a 4 or 5 year, what do you call it, review on it. You just can't make them like old school. It's all steel, like a single stage. Pour the tobacco, put the thing in. A foo. Anyway, I'll be right back here. I'm just cleaning up. And of course, Leon's always on my ass. I'm in the kitchen. I got a stool next to me, and every time I want to roll smokes, he just wants to be all cuddly. Now he's eating, so that's good. And I don't want a single cat hair in my cigarettes, so I'm super sanitary. Everything has to be clean counter, clean hands, everything when I do it. Now we're good. If you guys can still hear me. So now all I need is some hydraulic fluid. And we're good to go. And then we can go back downstairs. So, okay, side chat. What's going on here? I wish I could get off the tobacco, but I can't. That's worse than, I've never had heroin, but I'd say it's worse than heroin. Never done heroin. Never chased the dragon, whatever they call it. I've done some bad stuff, but not heroin. But while we're on the subject, cigarettes have to be worse than heroin. Because I could kick that shit all day long. I can kick anything except for that tobacco. So there's something in it.
What's in it?
And I am squeezing a jug of vodka right now. Anyway, there's something in it that there's something in tobacco that's worse than anything you could get addicted to. I don't know. There's homeless. Well, okay, there's homeless people on the streets, but it's not because of tobacco. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But for me, I could kick anything but tobacco.
See, I stopped smoking many, many times over the years. And I went years and years without smoking. And, I'd have a cigarette here and there, but for the most part, it didn't bother me. Didn't have to have it. And then I think it was around 2016, I think, is when I decided I wanted to buy a pipe.
Here,
Got a
take
pipe.
this.
And started doing pipe tobacco.
I had to roll smokes. Okay. Sorry.
And I've been doing pipe tobacco ever since, man. And I can still remember the smell of my grandpa and he was smoking pipe tobacco, and I think that's why I kind of went that route. And it's a little bit healthier for you, and it's I like it, dude. I can sit and smoke a pipe all day long.
I know. I got lots of pipes. I don't know. I can't do the peace pipe, man. When I need my fix, I want to smoke. Hey, thanks, bud. That's all right.
I'll do a regular cigarette every now and then, but I really enjoy them, man. I'd much rather have either a cigar or smoke a pipe.
Yeah, I wish I could, but I need that draw. Okay.
Guns and Water. There's a little bit of finicky with them, but they're really not that much to them, honestly. Once you actually learn how to pack the tobacco properly, and you learn how to light it properly, and learn how to keep it lit, there's really not that much to it.
I forgot to bring that pack down. I'll be right back. My son came up. He brought my iPad and phone up, thought I was done. I'm like, no, I'm just rolling smokes. I'll be right back. Anyway, let me yell at him and get my smokes down here because I want to smoke. I'll be right back. All right. I'll just keep it running. All right.
Yeah, there's nothing to it, Guns and Water. Really, there's not. It's pretty easy, man. There's a YouTuber out there. What the hell is his name? I'm gonna have to look him up because I don't remember off the top of my head. Hang on. I gotta look him up because I don't remember. Let's see. Where's he?
All right. Okay. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Never could do pipe tobacco. John went to the vape and got off of cigarettes. That was awesome. I never thought he could ever do that. GGW kicked it in 82. I do pipes, but then I want to smoke. It's just weird. Pipes don't finally do it for me. I don't know.
I've never had that issue, man. If I sit and smoke a pipe all day long. I don't have a problem, man. I don't have to have cigarettes. And nowadays, again, I got off of them a long time ago, but I'll still have one here and there. But I really don't even enjoy them anymore. It's just if I'm not able to have my pipe with me or whatever, then maybe I'll want a cigarette. But typically, I'm really staying away from them.
Yeah, I wish I could. I mean, definitely can't afford them right now. So
no, I mean, smoking a pipe is a lot cheaper. I mean, depending on the pipes you buy, because the pipes can get up there too. Pipes can get really fucking expensive. I got some that are a little bit on the pricey side. I haven't bought too many of those. I typically stick to the cheaper ones. I'm not trying to spend a fortune on them.
I have 3 or 4 pipes. I got a MacArthur pipe, corncob, 2 regular pipes. And then you end up inhaling the pipes. I love the smell of pipe tobacco, especially the flavored, like the whiskeys and stuff. But cigarettes are my Achilles heel. I can't get off of them. I've been on them since I was 13 years old, and I can't get off of them. And that's why I'm surprised I'm still here, but whatever. That's a long time smoking.
Yep.
Yeah, I am so surprised that John kicked it because we've been smoking the same amount of time, and John kicked the habit. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, so Guns and Water, the guy that I was talking about is Mutton Chop Piper. And Mutton Chop Piper is pretty down to earth dude. Does a bunch of different reviews of different tobaccos and stuff like that, different pipes, but he has a lot of older videos where he tells you exactly how to smoke a pipe and go through the motions of it so you understand how to do it properly. And I come across him years ago when I first started pipe smoking, and he's grown a lot since then, as far as subscribers and all the rest of it. But he's a really down to earth dude, good dude. But Mutton Chop Piper, man, if you're considering it, that's a good way to go. Go watch some of his older videos and look at the different methods of how to actually smoke a pipe and do it properly. But there's really not that much to it. It's just understanding the techniques to it. That's all it is. And it'll take you a minute to learn them, but once you learn them, there's nothing to it.
John, you started before that. I got you beat, John. You started before 1970. Now.
I like cigars. I like cigars here and there, John. I really much prefer the pipe smoking, though. When I went out to Iowa here a few months back, I bought a bunch of cigars for me and Alan and CB, and they were decent, but I'd much rather just been smoking my pipe. I'm not big on cigars or cigarettes anymore. I've gotten a lot past that, man. I'd much rather sit and smoke the pipe all day. And I think I had my first cigarette, Jim, around 13 as well, 12 or 13.
Yeah, that's when I started. But it's a whole different era. We had Marlboro Man, all the commercials, everyone smoked in the 60s and 50s. Everyone smoked. So it carried on to the 60s when I grew up. I didn't grow up in the 50s, but everything was smoking.
It was funny though. My mother somehow, I don't know how, somehow I got away with it for like 5 years. And I went over to the house one day when I was older, like 18. I went over to the house one day and she just caught a whiff. And she's like, "Have you been smoking?" And I'm like, it took you this long to realize? And she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally been like 5 fucking years, and it's the first time she somehow smelled it. I don't understand how she did not smell it for 5 years.
Yeah, I had a fort on the side of the house when I was a kid, and that's where I smoked.
Oh, she was pissed, man. She was not happy with me.
And the thing was, you had cigarette machines everywhere, so it was super easy to get smokes. They weren't even inside the restaurants; they were in the entry door, so you can go in, buy a pack of smokes.
It wasn't that easy. Wasn't that easy for us. Obviously we're talking quite a few years later, but wasn't that easy for us.
Oh,
but it was funny though. It was funny though, because like I was going to the bar at 13. I think the first time I went to the bar was when I was 12. And I didn't get ID'd until I was 16.
Yeah.
And the only reason I got ID'd was because someone grassed on me. And they grassed on me because it was an employer, and they were pissed off at me because they were doing some shady shit, and I turned their asses in, and they got their business closed, and so they grasped on me. And so I ended up getting ID'd, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're way too young." Like, motherfucker, I've been coming here for 2 fucking years. They're like, "What?"
Yeah, the funny thing is my mom didn't smoke, but my dad did. They got divorced. But so I didn't grow up with the father smoking. I guess it was just the era. Everyone smoked, and so we smoked as kids. We went out back and smoked, and at school we had our special place to go smoke. Whether the bathrooms or the back wall at school, junior high.
Yeah, no one else in my family smoked. I was the first one. Like I said, my grandpa smoked, but he smoked the pipe, but that was way back in the day. But no one else in the family smoked. I don't remember if my mom and my dad smoked when they were younger or not. I got a funny feeling one of them did. I don't remember which one. But yeah, I got into that when I was pretty young, and then, like I said, years later, she was pissed when I walked up to the door and she could smell it. I never understood how she never smelled it for all the years that I was smoking, though. I just never understood that.
Gunswatter. Winston used to be my brand. Yes. That was my brand.
I don't even remember what the hell the brand was that I would get back home.
And John putting the heat on me with the Marlboro Man. Well, I wasn't a Marlboro guy, but yeah, he died. Yeah. But
I will say, when I came here, I was smoking Marlboros. But I don't remember what the hell I smoked back home.
I got to get back to plugging in. Hang on. Otherwise, it's going to die. Speaking of smoking and dying, my battery, I got to get in. Anyway, I don't know what it was, but I like tobacco. It actually, Leon, you're not getting outside. Oh, he's running for the door. Actually, smoking actually calms you down. I don't know how to explain this.
Well, and that's the thing with the pipe. For me, the pipe is a great way to relax.
Yeah. So in one half it kills you, but the other half it de-stresses you, and sometimes you live longer because you smoke. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's more generic than anything, because a lot of my favorite people live to 87 smoking all their life, just like me as a 13-year-old. So there you go. They live to 87. I'll never make 87.
Oh, whatever.
No, I'm not making it. Don't try and now.
No, stop your shit. We're not doing this. Don't start that crap. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Oh, I'm dying next year, or I'm dying this year, whatever bullshit. No, we're not doing this shit. No.
Yeah, see, it's a whole different era now. Ciggies are bad. They tax the shit out of them. They don't want you to have them. To me, it's like gun rights, tobacco rights.
Well, no, see, here's the thing: it's a double-edged sword. They do want you to have them. They want you to smoke them. They want you to get sick, but they're going to tax the living shit out of you anyway, so you can have them. But then they're going to sit there and tell you that they don't want you to have them because they're going to get you sick. It's a double-edged sword because they're talking out their ass both ways.
No, it's like the government. They don't want you to have it, just like guns. It's none of their business. Okay, it's none of their business.
They want you to have it, dude. They were the ones that brought it to you. They brought it to you on purpose. They brought it to you to get you sick.
Yeah, but I'm not sick.
Right, but you're one of the few. That's the
No,
thing.
it's like gun rights, tobacco rights, booze, anything. They tax the shit out of those things. They're called what do they call it? Sin taxes.
Well, they tax the shit out of everything nowadays. You fucking breed, you get taxed.
What is John talking about? Stuff doesn't stink anymore. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's a sin tax. So, I think it's a invasion of my rights that I have to pay that much taxes for tobacco, and that's why I roll my own now. And so it's
Well,
cheaper.
again, they tax the shit out of everything. I mean, fuck, look at gas. I
Gas.
mean, you get gas. You get raped every which way you go.
Mm-hmm.
You got federal tax. You got state tax. You got this other shit. You got this other. You get fucking raped every which fucking way to Sunday.
All right. Let's see. Hang on. Let me cut the camera. The son's getting his dinner here. There you go, boy. Smells good. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, see, Joe, $11 to $15 a pack. That's fucking insane, dude. I remember when I first came here, I was buying. I think I was buying them for like $4.50 a pack, something like that.
Yeah.
I think it was like $4.50 a pack. And when I first moved here, I moved to California. So when I first moved here, I was in Cali. So I was paying. I think I was paying like $4.50, $5 a pack. And you're talking $15 a pack, dude. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, 15 would be crazy.
I mean, out here, it's about $7 a pack, and that's still ridiculous.
Well, that's why I reload on a single stage tobacco. It's just like loading 44 mag. If you go buy the ammo, it's way more than loading your own.
Well, that's why I smoke a pipe. Dude, I haven't had to buy tobacco in a long time. I bought a shit ton of tobacco. I don't know. Last time I think I bought some was about a year ago. I bought so much tobacco. I'm good for quite a long time.
Yeah, I just buy.
I sent a bunch of tobacco out to other people too, and I still got plenty.
Well, now I buy tobacco by the bag, big, huge bag that's several cartons, and then I buy the filtered papers now for the loader, and that shit is cheap, and the guy will send it to you like in 3 days. So I get it. If I start running out, I get it shipped in 3 days, within 3 days. So that's what I do now, and it's way cheaper than buying a pack of, pack of smokes. Crazy cheaper.
Yep. No, I mean smoking a pipe is an insane amount cheaper. I don't even know how to break it down for you. It's ridiculously cheap, especially if you're buying a cheap pipe. You know, like I said, I have a couple of expensive pipes, but for the most part, all the ones I have are $40 or less. I got a couple that are $150, $200, but I bought those just because I wanted to see if there was a difference, and I also wanted specific shapes and this, that, the other, and all the rest of it. And is it kind of dumb? Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but they're good pipes. They are good pipes. Are they worth $200? Probably not, but they're handcrafted. They're done by a person. it's worth paying for something when someone's handcrafting something.
Wow.
Versus your $30, $40 one that's not handcrafted and is just, done by a machine or whatever and spat out. I don't mind paying a little bit more money for something when it's handcrafted.
Anyway, we all have our little, what do you call it, habits. And I guess whatever floats your boat. I don't need to explain. Let's see. Purchasing groups of goo guys? What? Okay, good night, GGW. It's a short chat. What, 2.5 hours now? Oh my gosh.
Just FYI for everyone out there. When he first got on, he said, I got 3 cigarettes. It's going to be 5 minutes.
I know, but then I rolled one. I had one more because I rolled them. Now I got a half pack, so we can go all night. Do you know what's funny? There's a UFC fighter, and you got to have cardio. You got to be able to breathe when you fight and everything. There's a UFC fighter that smokes, and he has.
And see, this is one of the funny things. So back in the day, and for there may be some of you, I think most of you out there know that I've been in martial arts most of my life. But at the time when I was out in Missouri and I was doing all my stuff out there, I was smoking cigarettes still. I was still on cigarettes at that point. And my teacher had said something to me about smoking. And I'm like, do you see me stop when I'm in the ring? And he goes, no. And I'm like, then why are you saying anything? And he goes, good point. I don't know what else to say. He's like, okay, good point. Dude, if you put the effort in, you can still perform regardless of what you're doing. You just got to put the effort in.
There was.
The thing of it is like, so back then, back in those days, not today, because I got a lot of shit going on today, but back in those days, I lived in the fucking dojo. I mean, I lived in the dojo. I was in the dojo 6 days a week, and I was there basically from fucking 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock every fucking day. I was the first one in. I was the last one out.
Okay, there was the, I don't know if you guys even know about the Ultimate Fighter episodes, but up-and-coming fighters in the ring, they want to get in the UFC, but it comes down to the last couple, depending on their weight class. And GGP, which is still pound for pound the best fighter ever, he's the coach for one team. Just Jeff is here. Hey, Just Jeff. Anyway, this is hilarious. I wish I could link this to you. The pound per pound for his weight class ever, best fighter ever. He's Canadian. Anyway, GSP. He's coaching these younger guys, and they're all going to fight each other to see who gets in the UFC. He brings in a friend of his from Thailand or whatever. He's a French guy, not Thai. He's a French guy, Thai kickboxer guy. He brings this guy in, and the guy is drunk and stinks like cigarettes and everything. So he's drunk, he stinks like cigarettes, and he comes in and spars with all these guys and beats the living shit out of them. And it's on tape, it's on TV. I should post a link to this. It's hilarious. And he goes one by one and kicks the shit out of everyone. And the guy is half shit faced and he smokes like a fish and drunk. And he is just so good. He just whips them out next and then boom, flings the neck. Oh, it was hilarious.
Well,
Just
you know,
it comes down to this. It comes down to your
well,
mentality.
and that's the thing of it. So that's the big thing of it. The big thing of it is, how do you relax your mind? And
Oh, yeah, he was.
the whole concept of drunken kung fu is not a joke.
I know.
Drunken kung fu is an actual fucking thing, and it does exist. And yes, it is real, and yes, it is 100% effective. And the big, I've people have asked me over the years. I get this question a lot: how do you relax your mind so much and so well? It's a very difficult question to answer. And I say it's difficult to answer because it's a very individual process. So, like for me, I've been through a lot of shit in my years. As a young guy back in the day, I dealt with all kinds of BS in school, the whole fucking 9 yards. I dealt with a bunch of shit in college, all the rest of it. And I didn't really understand who I was until probably almost pretty much till I came here, honestly. If I'm being 100% honest, I didn't really understand who I was till I came here. And it wasn't until probably 2 or 3 years after I got here. And a lot of that was because I'm someone who, when I dedicate myself to something, I'm dedicated. And that's it. There's no way you're telling me no. There's no way you're telling me I'm failing. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm doing it, period. You're not telling me I'm failing. And I've been in martial arts many years prior to coming here. But when I came here, I spent about 1.5 years in California, and then I had a lot of shit there, and that kind of messed me a little bit. And then I moved to Missouri, and when I moved to Missouri, which was kind of haphazardly and wasn't exactly the place I was going for, but that's just where I ended up. I actually came across a very good teacher, and once I met him and we started talking a little bit, we really kind of hit it off. And when I say hit it off, I mean we hit it off in regards to, he really understood where I was coming from. I understood where he was coming from. He understood what I was looking for as far as what I wanted out of being in the art. And so one of my big issues I have with the States when it comes to martial arts is 9 times out of 10, the places out here, don't take this the wrong way, but 9 times out of 10, they Americanize it. And when I say they Americanize it, what they do is it's all for money. They'll throw belts out left, right, and fucking center. It's not about actually getting you to know how to defend yourself. They want the money, and here's your belt, blah, blah, blah. And that's what happens. It happens a lot. I've seen it all over the fucking country, and it pisses me off. So it's rare when you find an actual dojo that is willing to say, yes, we will fight hard, but we'll show you the hard way. We'll actually fucking, you're hitting someone, you're doing this, you're doing that. You're getting in there. And I was lucky enough to come across that. But not only was I lucky enough to come across that, at the same time, in that area, I had 2 other teachers. And both of those teachers were the exact same way. And they all knew each other. And so it was cool. I had a multitude of teachers that would work with me and help and teach me different things. My main teacher wasn't happy about some of the stuff because they wanted to teach me things that he said I wasn't ready for, blah, 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 blah. It was a bunch of bullshit, all the rest of it. But in general, everyone got along and things were good. I've had some great teachers over the years, like I talked about, like on Saturday. I brought up Bill Superfoot Wallace. Bill Superfoot Wallace, dude. I don't know if you guys have never watched that guy, just go look him up on YouTube. Bill Superfoot Wallace. He's been in movies. He's done all kinds of shit over the years. The guy is fucking ridiculous. And I had the pleasure of training with that guy. And that guy, dude, holy fucking shit. As old as he is, he still whoops ass. And I mean, he whoops ass. It's insane. So, there are people out there that can elevate themselves utilizing their brain power. And this is the thing of it is you got to understand how to use your brain and understand how to, and this is not easy for a lot of people, but you got to understand how to not sit there and let life just take you this way or take you that way. You got to understand how to guide yourself. And you have to understand how to say pretty much no to anything that everyone else is coming at you. You have to understand how to say, I'm doing this and this is where I'm going and that's it. Boom. And keep yourself on that path. And that's not easy for a lot of people. But you got to put yourself in a direction and say, this is where I'm going and that's it. Boom. And be done with it. And fight for it. And if you're out there and you're doing something like martial arts and you're doing this and you're doing that, that's going to help you grow your mind and help you grow and learn these different things. But I would highly suggest to anyone who's in martial arts and anyone who's trying to do this or that and grow their brain and grow their mind, get yourself into different things and go back and read some of these old books of prophets and prophecies and stuff like that. Go back and read some of these philosophical books. I'm big in philosophical stuff. I read a lot of old Japanese philosophy, and that's going to change your world. It will change your world.
All right, I tried posting the link to the Drunken Fighter here. And then I did test later, which you can see here. It didn't post the link. He annihilated everyone. He was a drunken coach he brought in, a Thai fighter. Oh my God, how can I not? Why did that not show the link? It shows my test here, which was after. So why isn't the link going? I'm going to have to Drunken Master movie. Yeah. How do I send it another way? Do I email this? Because when I tried to reply, it wouldn't post that link.
Email it to me. And I'll try to post it.
Yeah, that's weird how the StreamYard works.
Yeah, email it to me and I'll try to post it.
Okay, let's see. I'll put drunk as the title. Let's see if it still pastes. All right. I posted it as drunk. It's hilarious. The guy just comes in and starts all these young fighters. He's like, boom, throws that guy to the... he doesn't give two Fs. And we're talking about GSP, the pound for pound, dominating He's the coach, and he brings in this drunken guy, and everyone's like, "What?" All right, there it is, right there. All right. Anyway, you guys save that link for later. It's hilarious. And the guy doesn't even look like he's in shape, okay? And he just annihilates everyone in the ring.
See, this is one of the funniest things. I always crack up with shit like this. So everyone thinks you got to be this, that, the other, to be able to defend yourself and do this, do that, and all the other shit. That shit always cracks me up, man. You know, look, I'll tell you, when I was young, really young, I kind of mentioned this a little bit Saturday. You know, I got bullied as a kid, right? I got bullied because I was smart. And I'm not trying to brag or whatever, but I was smart. And I got really good fucking grades and all the rest of it in school. So people fucking bullied me because I was smart. Well,
okay, we are opposites right there.
I was super scrawny, scrawnier than I am now, and I'm only scrawny now because of all the stomach issues I had. I'm working on regaining weight and regaining muscle right now. But I was really scrawny back then, and so everyone thought they could pick on me and do this and do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can only take so much. Again, like I said on Saturday, I eventually lost my shit and fought back. You gotta watch the people that you think are the least ones that can do anything, because the people that you think that way are probably the ones that are gonna whoop your ass. You know, again, there's been people. We had one girl, and I brought her up before in chats, but we had one girl in our dojo. We call her Cuddles. And she was like 4'6", 4'7" maybe. And we called her Cuddles. And we called her Cuddles because everyone thought she looked so cute and so beautiful and this, that, the other, and they could whoop her ass and this, that, the other. Oh, no. She's going to cuddle you, motherfucker. She's going to cuddle your ass to the fucking ground. And boy, did she do every single time. She was a badass motherfucker.
We had, what was it, last year at junior high, we had a guy, he was short, kept to himself, and all of a sudden these bullies started picking on him. And he just let it go. He let it go. Just, whatever, do what you have to do to me, let it go. And then finally, it turned out he was in martial arts and everything. And he was much smaller. And one day he had enough, and he took three of them out, the three bullies out, and everyone saw everything. And it was like, damn, Mr. Mild-mannered little short guy kicked the shit out of all these big bullies. It was awesome.
I used to have a guy ask me back when I first got into guns. So this was back in 2011. And he'd come up to me every day and be like, how many ways do you know how to kill someone with this? How many ways do you know how to kill someone with this? And keep bringing up different objects to me. And one day he walked up to me with a pen. And he goes, how many ways do you know how to kill someone with this? And I'm like, dude, if you keep fucking asking me, I'm going to fucking show you. And he just kind of stopped for a second. He goes, huh? I'm like, dude, I'm fucking done answering your questions. Stop coming up to me, because next time you're going to get your answer. And he just kind of looked at me and went, and walked away.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that if you actually meet a true martial artist, one thing you'll get to understand about true martial artists is we don't like answering questions. And we don't like answering questions because we're not out to try and hurt people. The whole point of what we do and what we've studied for and what we've learned over the years is to defend ourselves and defend others if we have to. So we're not out there to try and beat the living shit out of people just for the fun of it. And so it really kind of pisses people off when people come up to us and go, "Hey, how many ways do you know how to do this, or what can you do, and how do you do this?" And blah, blah. We're not here for your entertainment. We're here because we've put time and effort in to learn something, to be able to defend ourselves, defend others if need be. Don't do that to a martial artist. That's not what they're there for.
Well, they're not cocky, and they're not, it's all self-defense, not being aggressive. So if anything...
Well, you'll get some that are cocky, but that's the thing of it.
The
ones that are not cocky, that's your true martial arts. The ones that keep quiet, the ones that sit in the corner and walk away, those are your true martial arts.
The cocky ones are on steroids. No.
The cocky ones are smoking cigarettes.
No. But yeah, I was the opposite. I was dumb, but I was big enough. I never had problems with bullies or anything, and I was in with the right friends, so we didn't. No one messed with us, but at the same time, we didn't go picking on people. So I never had that problem. But we just like playing football and stuff. But yeah, I could see, I hate bullies. I gave a bully girl Oh, Uncle John. There you go. He smoothed out the problem. Yeah.
The best one that I can remember when I was a kid, the main bully came up to me one day after I'd already beat his ass once. And he comes up to me. He says something along the lines of, "I bet you can't break my arm." And I just kind of looked at him. I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" He's like, "No. I bet you can't break my arm." And I was like, "Well, if you really want me to, go ahead and take a swing." And he took a swing, and I caught it, and I twisted it, and all you heard was pop. And next thing I know, I'm in the headmistress's office. So for those of you that don't know, the headmistress is like the principal here. So I was in the headmistress's office, and my parents were being called, and all the rest of it, and the other parents were being called. And everyone gets there, and they go, "What happened?" And I told them straight up. I'm like, "Well, he said I couldn't break his arm." And she's like, "What do you mean?" Like, he said I couldn't break his arm. She's like, "So you broke his arm?" I'm like, "No, I told him if he wants me to take a swing at me." And he took a swing at me. So I defended myself and broke his fucking arm. And to my surprise, the headmistress stood up to me and said, "You defended yourself." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, I defended myself." And she's like, "Okay, you are defending yourself. We're all done here." And he just sat there in fucking shock, because he thought he was going to get me in trouble. And nope. You done fucked up. Oh, guns and water. I got a different definition too, but
yeah, I never had a problem other than the grade above us. There was a few gang fights, but other than that, everything was cool.
I had a little bit of trouble when I was in primary school. And for those of you that don't know, primary school would be from like age 4 to 11.
Oh,
somewhere around there.
That's grade school. Yeah, that's grade school.
Somewhere around there. That's primary school for us. And then when I went to high school, which is 12, when I went to high school, I had a couple issues here and there, but when I went to high school, it was a little bit different because there was different people there, and so I had the original bullies that I had in primary school. They all kind of just backed off because they already knew I wasn't taking their shit. But then when I got to high school, there was a couple other different people that showed up and stuff like that, and tried some stuff here and there. And
You didn't have a in between. So you're talking grade school. You didn't have like junior high and then high school.
no, you got primary school and high school. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So primary school is like 4 to 11, somewhere around there, and then high school is 12 to, depending on. So I don't know if it's still the same now, but back in the day when I was there, if your grades were high enough and your birthday fell on a certain date, you could leave at 16, which is what I did. But if your grades aren't high enough, then you have to stay till you're 18. I'm not sure if it's still the same now or not, but that's how it was back when I was in high school. So, but my grades were high enough and my birthday fell on the right date to where I could walk away and say, screw you, I'm done. And that's what I did. I left high school. I went straight into college. I went to grade school.
Okay, so here you had grade school. You went up to what, the age of 12, and then you had junior high. Your terrible teens. That's when everything bad, and then high school, everything mellowed out. Everyone was into chicks. It wasn't fighting so much in high school, but I got moved around a lot. So I always was in a new school. I was the new guy. I was the new kid so I really didn't have a problem.
The only time I got moved, you'll like this one. The only time I got moved was when a kid said something to me about my mother. And I don't know, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he fucking said some shit about my mother. And it was in history class. There was no one there because it was the teacher wasn't there because it was like an off-hour class type thing. And he said something about my mother. I chased his ass around the room. It took me about 20 minutes to catch his ass. As soon as I caught his ass, I put his head through the fucking blackboard. And when I put his head through the blackboard, I had 4 different teachers trying to pull me off of him. I shit you not. I had 4 teachers pulling me off of him. And I was so fucking pissed and so angry that it literally took 4 of them to get me off of him. And they finally pulled me off. And they took me outside of the room and they're like, "You're done. You're not coming back to history class." And they put me at fault. And I'm like, "You gotta understand, this motherfucker said this, and this." And they're like, "That's beyond the point." I'm like, "No, that is the exact fucking point." But yeah, no, they turned around and said, "Nope, you're not allowed back in this class." Needless to say, I never saw that motherfucker ever again because he stayed clear.
Yeah, high school we were more into chicks than fighting. I don't know. I don't know. But
dude, I was all in the chicks, but people kept trying to fucking piss me off, and I'm not the guy you want to piss off. I'm not. I'm a very calm and peaceful guy, and those are the guys you got to watch. Because when you piss me off, I'm going off. And when I'm off, holy fuck, is it going?
Oh, jeez.
Don't piss off the calm guy. The calm guy is the one you don't want to fuck with.
John's high school, they were into race riots. Okay, all right.
We didn't have that much, honestly.
Last high school.
Most of the shit we had back home was literally because people were smarter than other people. That was it.
My last high school, the biggest conspiracy was the principal was screwing with the girls. So, nowadays he'd be put away. And I knew a lot of these girls. So, yeah, it's like, really? You did it with the principal? And that was my last high school. But yeah, I didn't have any. I didn't have any fights. It was during the, late 70s.
Hell,
Everything.
even on my last day at high school, I had someone try to stop me, and I don't even remember what the hell they called it. But we had this section that joined one area to another area, like a bridge. I forget what the hell we called it. But they tried to stop me in the middle of it and try to fucking start beating the shit out of me and shit. And I wasn't having any of it, dude. I'm like, this is my last day. I'm done. Like, fuck y'all. And I just went to town on people. And I had the one kid that started the shit, and then I had two other guys that come up behind him trying to back him up. And yeah, I wasn't having any of it. It was over pretty quick.
Gun swatter in high school. One girl did it with the family. Oh, jeez. Jeez, did I quote that? Oh my gosh.
I wanted my history teacher. I'm not gonna lie, man. I wanted my history teacher. She is so fucking smoking hot. I would have banged her all fucking day long and then some.
Oh yeah, we had some hot teachers.
My history teacher fucking wore short skirts and low cut fucking tops, and oh my god, was she smoking fucking hot?
Yeah, we had some hot teachers. I definitely dreamed about a few of them. Yes, but yeah, junior high was most of the fights. Once we got to high school, it was more about the chicks and partying than fighting. I didn't really have any beef with anybody, but I was the new guy. So, the new guy.
You also got to remember we're talking different cultures here. So you're talking America versus Scotland. Scotland back home, man. We're all about fucking fighting motherfuckers. And I don't know why, but it's just in our nature. We want to fight people.
Well, in the late 70s, we were more into loving than fighting. So that was that, just partying and stuff.
But it was funny.
All that to me was junior high was the worst. That's when everyone fought.
Like as soon as I went to college, man, all that shit went away, man.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like our high school. They were done. It was just.
As soon as I went to college, it all went away. I had one person try and mess with me in college, and I shut that shit down real quick, and that was that, man. That was about it. And then they tried to shoot a dart at me.
Oh, Hobby's going to bed. Good night, Hobbies. All right, take care, buddy.
Night, Hobbies. They tried to fucking shoot a dart at me, and I'm like, all right, well, you got one fucking chance, because if you miss, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to shoot it at me, and they managed to just barely clip me. And yeah, that was that. It was over with. I took care of that situation real fast.
Well, we all made it through. I couldn't stand school myself.
I hated school, man. I hated school. I was so glad to get to college, and like I said, I went to technical college, man. I went to trade school. I didn't want to go to any fucking regular college or university bullshit. I wanted a trade school.
Yeah, there was too many rules in school for me, so I hated it. Yes. I didn't like the rules. I didn't like the communist bastards running the schools. Whatever.
Well, I've always been a hands-on guy. I've always been good at working with tools and doing other stuff and building stuff and shit like that. So that's why I wanted to go to trade school. And when I went there, the main teacher realized pretty quick that I had a lot of opportunity and potential. And he pulled me to the side one day and he's like, dude, you need to, quit fucking around and put your head in the game because you can really do this if you really want to. And when he said that to me, I'm like, all right. So I took his advice and I went through the entire course and did it no problem, man. And good teachers make a difference, dude. And that's the thing of it. Good teachers make a difference.
Yeah, I never did college, so high school, all I cared about was a motorcycle and a chick, and that was it. That's all I cared about. So,
yeah. So, like for me, when I went to college, I did upholstery and furniture repair. And so I did that because I already had a basis with good understanding on framing and structures and stuff like that. Because basically, most of my family had been in the painting and decorating business and building business for years. So I already had a good understanding of how to cut and do this and do that and do so on and so forth. That's why I went into that. And so it was pretty easy for me for the most part.
all right, Uncle John is bailing out. Hey, we should kill it anyway. It's 3 freaking hours. Supposed to be.
Well, you said 5 minutes. I had to make sure it went over.
It's supposed to be a short chat. I quit reloading tonight, and I got to get back on the monkey tomorrow. Good night.
All right. I guess I'll let you end it if you really want to.
All right. Everyone in the side chat, love y'all that were here on the surprise Monday chat. And take care, Scotsman. And let's do the foof. Wait a minute.
Good seeing everyone out there. Y'all stay safe, stay vigilant, fight back, resist.
Yep, a lot of crap going out right now. There's a lot of crap going on out there right now if you guys watch the real news. Anyway, good night, everybody, and